inside there and take their robes. Nice little disguise.
Yeah, but that would set off an alarm. They realize
Nah,
what's going on.
that's gonna alert them that something is up. That's what I'm worried about. We've seen their robes. Can we go to town and get something made that looks like the robes?
So you try to get the same robe as they do?
Something similar, at least something similar, yeah. Something to make it look like we fit in.
I want to disguise myself as a beggar and infiltrate them for the next 2 days.
What if we befriended the 2 guards, got them drunk, got their robes off of them,
but then
and then go on from there? I don't know. I don't know what.
I don't know how friendly I want to be with 2 demon worshipping cultists. To be terribly honest, I don't think I could hold that one back.
Yeah, they worship the Shadow Lord. We don't know if he's a demon.
We know it's an archdemon. Yes, we do. The Turtle Man said it before he.
Oh yeah. Forgot about
that. Yes. Although he rolled pretty bad at the moment. So,
I think I would want to be somebody who worships anything called Shadow Lord.
Okay, so I hear multiple plans. Is there anything that do you guys want to execute all the plans? Some of them may not be too compatible. So buying rope, taking the ropes off from them after riding them, and taking the ropes after killing them, and infiltrating as a beggar. You guys have 4 options, and there's 4 people and 4 options. What is this madness? Can you guys gather some opinions and come up with one that suits everyone?
It's pretty easy to look like a beggar.
Yeah,
it's really easy.
I do like the beggar idea.
We'd be in there. They'd be feeding us for free. We'd find out what they're about, and we could look around the inside too.
They, in fact, did invite you to come in, although at the moment, some of you have refused at the time.
Second follow-up, have we seen anybody come out once they've been invited in?
You guys almost just have arrived here. It had been long time since you guys have been here. Also, it's heavily raining outside.
What if it's one of those situations where we go in and we're not allowed to leave, and then it's like, you know...
Well, I mean, ultimately, we have to be with them for the night of the party anyway, so...
Right, I'm saying we should come back no matter what we do. We already know where they are. We can lay all of our best laid plans and try to kill a room full of 50 people. I don't think we should do anything right here, right now.
Oh, either way,
I say we take the opportunity to scout it and then just come back inconspicuously. Because if we're disguised, they won't know what we look like when we actually do attend the party.
But then the thing is like he said, they weren't invited either. So just to get into the party, we may have to fight our way in. We're beggars. We're already there. We're already part of the party. Then we just have to destroy the party and get out.
What is this background noise? It's making the things very hard to hear. I hear a woman talking in the background.
Wait, is
There, now he's fixed it. Now he's muted it.
Yeah.
So yeah, I was saying, if we try to infiltrate the party from the outside, the people that hired us aren't invited either, so they're not going to just let us into the party. We'd have to fight our way into the party. Where if we go in as beggars, we're already there. We're going to be part of the party. Plus, we can look around and maybe steal some shit before we get started.
So we're doing this on behalf of Anzen, who gave us this on behalf of Cody, right?
Yeah.
Okay, and this is to get in close with Cody. Okay, now that makes sense.
And previously, group had made an assumption that if Cody hasn't taken a ship, then you guys are probably ahead of schedule compared to.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
If he hasn't jumped down, yeah. I say, why not just scout it out real quick? I mean, we all have common clothes, right?
Yeah.
Go down to common clothes, rub a little mud on ourselves. It is raining outside.
Okay. So, you guys all decide to change the clothes to the common clothes that you have at the moment?
You in for it, Valen?
We can't hear you!
He's still got
Microphone.
Oh, he's keeping it off so he doesn't have to worry about the sound.
But all of you guys have common clothes in the
No,
inventory?
yeah, I'm fine with that plan, I suppose. I actually do not have anything but my savage clothing right now, so I'd have to buy regular beggar clothes.
Okay, I say that it doesn't take too long for you guys to make a trip back to the town and then get the common clothes if you want to. But the regular common...
Well, I'm just gonna buy mine straight from a beggar and give him a couple, like a gold piece for everything he's wearing, so he can
Get that secondhand beggar smell.
Right.
The beggar, if you, the guy who was staying with you guys, if you were to go back and find him, he would still need something to wear after he'd taken your gold.
Right. Well, take him to the store, and be like, go shopping, but I want your clothes.
That sounds perfectly fair. Take up the 1 gold from your inventory and add the beggar's clothing in your inventory.
I'm gonna wear traveler's clothes and just get them muddied up outside.
Yeah, I'm gonna do
Yeah,
something.
that's what I'm gonna do. I imagine Valen's clothes are pretty beat up and makeshift to begin with. I'm just gonna muddy myself up.
Okay. Yep. So not much about clothes disguises, but all 4 of you managed to make yourself look less like an adventurer in one way, but more like a common people in the town. And that was the intention of the disguises, and you guys decided to head off into the tomb. And if you were going into the crypt, and the door still is at the moment closed, as I mentioned, you can easily take the wooden thing out and then slide it to the sides if you would want to. Who would like to proceed with it?
I'm gonna sneak down there.
Okay, you are currently sneaking, and Demidon, Electrias is going to be knocking.
Yeah, I'm gonna portray an actual beggar, being like, somebody told me you guys, had refuge, and I'm interested.
I've got shit sneak, so I'll stand right behind him too. I'll be his
21,
hobo buddy.
21 stealth.
Yep, 21 sounds good. And nice. For Ellet, what do you like to do?
I'm gonna be going in with the rest of them, just not really hiding initially. I might try to hide once we're inside, though.
Okay. As Electrias bangs on the wooden door, soon enough you hear a little bit of pushing and slides. And one of the person who was praying in the inside looks at all of you with the bright faces and says that, welcome. Are you, haven't seen any of you from this area. Are you new? Hey, welcome. Come in. It's cold out there.
You got booze? You got cigarettes? What else do common people talk about? I mean, common people. What do beggars talk about?
Valen slightly
food and a bed
has his interests, but that's cool.
He nods his head and says that, well, it depends on how you want to do, and inside of them, there are plenty of members who could solve the problem of warm drinks and good times that you can have. But first, so it is the first time you visit our order?
It is.
Great. Come in. And they would close a door on you, Balin.
I'm gonna slip in past, just sneaky.
Can you describe how you'd be sneaking when the person is holding on a wooden door about area where one person?
He's holding the wooden door. Okay, hold on.
Yes,
I got a plan.
it's a tiny room. One person can fit through, and he's opening the door. And as soon as all 3 of them enters, you close the door. Why don't you?
You hide in Elrit's backpack.
I was gonna say, when Elrit walks in, I'm gonna intentionally stumble and trip. That way, I can maybe get them to try to help me up, and he can sneak in while they're distracted.
That's smart.
Yeah, I'll dive. Yeah. When he bends over to help Elrit up, I'll dive over him and roll.
It will be really hard for you to sneak in, as far as I know, but depends on how you roll. I'll let you do it. If you roll as good as last time, you should be able to be fine. Yeah. All right.
Do you want-
if
do you
you're
want
fine with it,
stealth?
stealth. I'll say the DC 20, but with advantage.
Oh, boy.
As Elliot is distracting them.
Okay. Advantage since they're dating?
Hmm?
Would that be with advantage since?
Yeah, you got
with
advantage.
Yeah, with
Yeah.
advantage.
It should be doable for +7 for you, Abby.
Ooh,
There you go.
Nice.
I got it.
Oz,
I am a ghost.
Ellis stumbles in, and then he was like, "Whoa, whoa, whoa! Watch it, little friend, watch it!" And he bends down to help you stand up, and his eyes fixated on the ground. Balin, you see the exact moment to sneak right past, and you jump right into the room and hides into one of the darker side of the corner before he realizes you're in. And he comes back. He helps Ella back up on the feet, and he closes the door in the behind.
Oh, sorry, it's so slippery from the rain.
Oh, I know all of you must be exhausted. Well, come. There are warm foods and drinks downstairs. And he would bring you guys all down to the lower floors. And as he goes down, he would look at all of you and says that, "Well, how did you hear about this place?"
Oh, I from coming into town, I was stuck out and wandering through the woods, lost for a couple days, and another just another guy like me told me about it on the street. Said that kind of walked us down here and said this was the place to be for what I needed.
I saw a vision of the great hobo god.
Oh my god.
This is total. I'm totally saying this. I want to be whacked out hobo.
Oh my god. He looks at make deception roll for both of you. Although he's not suspecting you guys too much, so it'll be versus his passive insight, and it's not that high, so you guys should be fine. But roll deception. And Elliot, would you like to say anything?
Can I
My
can I
wife
just
kicked
roll
me
in
out.
real life?
He's like, give me my metal dice.
You can roll real dice, but
Oh,
I'll
man.
take that though at the moment.
Yeah, of course.
Elliot, what would you be saying though?
My wife kicked me out, and I heard where these guys were going, and I didn't have anything else with me, so I figured I'd go where it was warm.
Alright, and the Balin, if you were to sneak behind, following the group, you notice that the one person who was watching the tomb, there was 2 people total, and the one person is currently with the group, but the other person is still praying in the door and still standing there. Not sitting there, actually. And Boz, you say that roll deception too. Let's see how you do.
Yeah. Mm, 16.
Okay. Electrius and Ella, you guys do not find any suspicions, and he looks at you, both of you, and says that, whatever you're looking for, I'm sure our god can provide everything that you need for. But, Hobo God, I haven't heard of any gods like that. What god is that?
I swing my arm around him and I say, "Oh, the great hobo god, yes! The best kind of rot gut and alleyway cigarettes you can get. Praise the hobo god."
We think this gentleman might either be drunk or touched in the head.
He suspiciously looks at you and says that there are some unwanted who will sneak in. So, I'm not sure about this fella here, but, well, we may need to do some checks with this fella, but you two should be fine. Wait here for the moment, and if you were to go down on the lower floor, there is a little table set up on the very first floor, and in there you see many books on each of the sides, and it seems like there is one door that seems to be passing, and besides of that, there are quite a bit of skulls on the wall as a decorations. It seems like this place had been used as an ancient catacomb of sort.
As a crypt, if you will.
Yeah, but the feeling of the crypt, you know that there is like a bunch of skulls, and like there are different types of crypt. This seems to be the more of the ancient type that you see. And he would gesture 2 of you to sit down on one of the benches on the sides, and he would look at Kazi and says that, for you there, if you don't mind, you wouldn't mind meeting one of the clerics that we have. You just ask you some simple questions before we go on.
What race is this guy?
This guy is actually human.
He's human and halfling, and what is Electrius?
Elf.
Elf? And I look at him.
But I'm a disguised elf. Like I disguise my appearance. So.
Okay, and so yeah, I look this guy up and down, and then I look at myself and I say,
Racist.
You have something against the chosen of the hobo gods?
I'll get the response for that, but the Electrias, what disguises are you using at the moment? What do you look like?
I just hide my ears and stuff, so I look human. As human as
okay, just the hood, but not much
Yeah,
else.
you still don't look really human, but yeah.
Right, I mean, I'll just be like a really skinny, lanky human, but like that's typically how I try to portray myself.
I mean, hobos are generally pretty skinny
Overall.
and lanky, right?
Right, exactly, but not even that. I just mean in general. Before the hobo thing, my actual appearance in general is usually hiding my elven appearances.
Yeah. He nods his head and says, No, nothing against any. We welcome every type of race and ages and genders. But what I want to say is we're just asking, we will ask you just one simple question. And we need one of our clerics to come and help me to do it. It's just that lately we have been getting a lot of frictions with some people who's against our religion. It is a shame.
I don't accept nor deny. I just keep talking about the hobo god.
He opens a door on the inside, and in there you see a passage, and there are some few of the doors on the sides, and it is quite deep but the passage seems to be going around 100 feet and going slightly downwards, but it goes there. And
I hope
he
to God
gestures...
that my distraction is working.
It is distraction, yeah. He gestures Kazi's to... Not Kazi. He gestures Karak into the door and gestures to two of you who are currently sitting down and say, just wait here for a few months. We should be back soon.
Oh, okay.
Go into that room with Carrick.
Alright. And for two of you who are left in the room, is there anything that you guys like to do before you close the door?
No, not before he closes the door. After he closes the door, I want to do something though.
Okay. And you are looking over the books that they have. Are you looking at like generally what they are, or are you like grabbing some books and?
I'm just kind of looking over, the overall feel of what they cover, like what the basics and the knowledge of the books are, and then if there would be anything that would grasp my interest, maybe I would grasp that also. Many
of the book seems to be fixated about eternal lives and the ending of sufferings. And you can see the similar type of things where it's like, how do you find salvation 101? And so it's like, my life has changed after doing just simple this. And then it's like, your life can be better with just one simple prayer. Stuff like that.
Are we breaking into a mission?
It's a demon mission. That's the worst part.
But yes, if you were to look at those books, it seems to be in general in that line. And Eled, you're just sitting there quietly at the moment, right?
Yeah, for now I'm just sitting there quietly.
All right. You two who are following one of the person greeters on the outside, he would go to the second door on the left and knocks on it silently. And in that door there is a sign that says that available. And if you guys will do nothing, okay, nothing. The door is soon open from the inside without even asking anything. And in there you see one quite skinny fella with like a little bit of gray skin. And he looks at both of you and says that, "Oh, new follower, And the greeter
Wait, does he
says
see
He
Valen?
doesn't see. Yeah,
No, he doesn't see Balin. He doesn't see Balin.
Okay.
He sees Karak and says, "New follower," and says that yes, he's a new one, but we just wanted to make sure. And this person nods his head, and he invites you in to the room. And the room is about 10 feet in size. It is quite tiny. And in there, you see a simple table and a very simple chair, but it is just made out of wood and is very fragile in nature. And there are some candles burning currently, and other than that, there are not much things of note in the room. You're quite not sure what this guy had been doing in this room alone.
What does this cleric look like, race-wise?
He is actually human too. Woo!
Oh boy, I'm gonna start talking demon speak. I'm gonna act like a scion of this dark god.
And the room is quite tiny for you to sneak in. Is there anything that you would like to do? You can still like eavesdrop on the...
Yeah, I'm gonna wait outside and just listen at the...
Okay. You go in and close the door, and the greeter guy, however, knowing that the room is quite tiny, he actually stays outside, and he's just waiting there.
Awesome! I'm gonna like just get a peek at what he's like carrying, pouches, pockets, anything like that.
Ooh, good question. Second. Okay. If you were to examine it from just looking, he seems to be having a simple mace, kind of hidden through his robe. Although, with the robe, unless you would actually touch him or trying to sleight of hand him, you wouldn't be knowing exact details. But you know that his body is not really fit for really physical fighting, as far as you can tell, compared to the many experiences that you have done, just from the lookings. If you want to do any more details, let me know, and then I'll say that what checks you can
does he have like a coin purse or anything like that?
Roll perception. And while you're rolling and checking for his pulse, clerics inside gestures you to sit down on the chair. While you're rambling about the hobo got probably
I switch to infernal.
Oh my god.
Mid-word I switch to infernal. But instead of rambling about the god, I start getting like real mellow and just start talking about my day, but infernal. I'm like, yeah, so I fought a bunch of orcas, now we're here, but like if you don't understand language, I look like an absolute nut.
Give me a second. Let's see what
See, he's a cleric. He actually might understand Infernal.
I'm calling his bluff.
He seems to be casting some sort of a spell at the moment. You would be given a chance to respond before the spell resolves or anything. Do you do anything as he is chanting some words of magic?
Shit, how do I do this? I start getting louder and louder in Infernal, and then right as I start getting as loud as I can,
okay.
I say, look at me, I have been sent.
He doesn't actually seem to have any ideas of what you're saying. You can tell that his eyes looking at you. Roll insight to see what he thinks of you.
Oh shit! All right.
And by the way, Balin, from the outside, you can hear the chanting of magic inside. It's not any silent or secret.
Okay. I'm rolling in real life because I hate Roll20. I rolled a 16.
Okay. With 16, you can tell that the eyes were the people looking at Madman. This cleric is having one at you right now, at the moment.
Of a what? Sorry, what?
A person looking at a madman.
Oh, okay.
You like you're crazy. Yeah.
Yeah. Yes. As long as the distraction works, man.
Once the spell finishes, roll Wisdom saving throw.
All right, wisdom saving throw. Boop boop ba doo. 10.
That's pretty bad.
Oh yeah, boy, yes it is.
Alright, you are subjected to Zone of Truth currently. Everything that you
shit.
speak must be true. In character, everything you speak. Although you are not
you don't
compelled.
You don't have to tell everything. You just have to not lie.
Yeah, you're not compelled to tell truths. You just everything you say must be technically true enough so that as long as me
Does
as
it
a
demand-
DM doesn't call it bullshit, it
Gotcha.
goes.
Yeah. Does it
Yeah.
demand what language I say it in?
It doesn't.
Yes.
He looks at you and says that do you possess harm to our order?
I say in Infernal, I say you would have to define harm.
Speaking common if possible, you intend to hurt any of our members.
I say in Infernal. Maybe. I don't have to. Yeah, I mean, I'm
It's
saying
like,
in Infernal.
And then you can see he sighs and he opens the door and looks outside and says that can he speak in any manner that I can understand at least? And the person
And in Infernal, I
outside,
say yes.
the person outside looks at him and says that yes, I heard him speaking in common outside. And the cleric is like, all right then, and he closes the door and looks at you suspiciously. And says that, are you doing this on purpose? Are you doing this on purpose?
I say, am I changing up the languages that I'm speaking to you on purpose?
In Infernal,
Yes.
you're saying that, right?
I say that in Infernal.
Oh my god.
Wait, can I say the yes in common?
Would you like
Really confuse him. Yeah, I want to say, am I doing this on purpose in Infernal, and then yes in common.
to?
So all he hears is gibberish, and then yes.
He nods his head and says that, alright then, that'll be all we need. And he goes and opens the door and goes outside to the people waiting outside. And
Hold on. I rolled a 20 on my perception of this guy's belt pouch and all that. He's carrying a coin purse and whatnot.
Ah, yes, sorry. He is carrying a coin purse. Would you like to try to steal it?
Yeah, I'm gonna steal that, and I'm gonna also remove his mace.
It'll be a separate check for each of them. If you want, go for the coin purse first or mace first.
I'm gonna go for the coin purse first. Let's be honest here.
Alright, roll sleight of hand. And 10.
Well, he's in the shadows, so wouldn't I get the advantage?
That would get the advantage I'm currently in stealth.
No, there are lights that have been lit up on the hallway as I've described it. It's not dark. Dark visions or being dark shouldn't be a reason for him to gain disadvantage. This guy, should I do it retroactively? Would you say that this would happen while the guy is asking him, the cleric would like to tell him something, or much before that? Which timing would you
I
prefer?
would have done. I would have done it while he was still first talking to Karak. As soon as I figured out that he had a coin purse.
Yep. You're touching his coin pulse. There's a slight sign of jiggling in the coins in the purse as you're grabbing it and trying to take it off him. And he notices you and you guys meet eye to eye. What do you like to do?
gonna hit him in the face with my dagger.
Roll initiative for you, and I'm gonna roll for him, and then see who gets to act first. Probably you roll higher first, because
Would we hear any of this commotion upstairs, or are they too far away?
the hitting with the dagger is way too silent in one way, because it doesn't make much noises to hit someone with a dagger at the moment. However, he should have good enough steps if you want to knock him down. Anyway, roll initiative. Oh wow, okay, he rolled good. But yes, while this is happening, two of you in the room, is there anything else you'd like to do? You probably look through the door, all the books on the sides. Is there anything?
23 initiative, I go first.
Yep. Make an attack against him. With sneak attack, I would say. He is surprised at the moment, and you go before him. $14 hits. Roll your damage.
So there's a door in between us and everything else. So the only people that know we're here so far are the cleric and the door guy.
In fact, as far as you can tell, yes. Unless there is some magic shenanigan going on in the background. So you deal 17 damage. So your intention was to knock him out or kill him.
Yeah, I hit him with the pommel of the dagger.
Alright, you manage to knock him out in one shot before he gets to react or yell, and he is down clean. And currently there is a...
As he goes down, I'm gonna drag him into a corner and hide him.
Alright.
Put him in one of the coffins.
Valen's handing out naps over here.
Wait, we gotta tie him up first.
No, yeah, I have rope. I'm tying him up when he's in the corner, and I'm gonna gag him.
Take his robe.
Yep, but while you're robing, two of you guys in the room, is there anything specific that you guys like to do while that is happening? Like dragging on the sides?
Oh, and in the meantime, I'm gonna take that fucking coin purse.
Oh my god.
And mace. And his mace.
Yeah, I need to find him.
Yeah. And his weapon. I'm robbing him blind in the process, and I'm hiding him, tied up and gagged.
Yep, if you want to, you can nakify him. In that case, you can add the Acolyte's robe in their inventory and a simple mace. And
that's one. I found my disguise.
17 copper in your inventory.
He carried 17 copper? I'm literally gonna like spit on him and be like, cheap son of a bitch. And...
Go back to him.
But yes, once the cleric opens the door and sees outside, and is there any efforts that you're putting in to conceal the body? Other than just being...
Yeah, I'm gonna hide him in one of these other doors. So I'm gonna pull him into another room.
So you're gonna open a random door?
No. Is that a corner I can come around the one down?
Is there what?
He said there was crypts. Why don't you just put him in?
There's like a corner.
No. This is a crypt, but this area in specific, this is a hallway, and there is a multiple rooms to the door size.
You said that there was a sign that said available, right?
Yes, I did.
Okay. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna put on the Acolyte's robe and mace and like pull it up over my face, and I'm gonna like throw my junky cloak on top of that guy and just like make it look like a bum, a pile of clothes in the corner.
What is your height? How tall are you?
Shit, he'd have to. I'm 5 foot. Hold on, let me look. I'm not super big. I know that. I'm 5'7".
That's good enough. Yep, you managed to put up the robes quick enough, and you feel like you're doing pretty good at the moment. Although, do you do anything about your face and whatnot? Anything?
I'm pulling his hood up over my face, and I am gonna wear my mask up underneath, so my face is hidden. It's just the robe. I'm gonna stand there looking solemn. And,
you have a mask?
You know.
No.
I had a half mask the whole time.
Oh yeah, that thing. think. Although it may look like you suddenly have a mask, though.
No, I'll
It
leave
would
the
be
mask
some-
off and just have the... Yeah, so he can just see, like, the bottom half of my face.
Okay. Yep, he would open up the door and looks in the corners on the hallways and would see you standing on the corner then?
Yeah, I'm just gonna stand wherever the cleric was.
There are still
wherever
bodies
I was.
there, but how are you dealing with the body? Is it gonna be on the ground? In that case, he may randomly notice the body. Depends on how you roll.
I hit him up under my clothes that I took off. My cloak and shit.
Clever. Roll stealth for your hiding stuffs, I guess. Yeah, let's see how good you hide the body. I'm gonna use his passive perception, so you should be able to beat him if you roll relatively high, which you
I
do!
am so good!
Yes, you put a robe on the bodies, and the cleric opens the door and looks at you, standing over there, and says that... he gestures you to come close.
Okay, I'm gonna move up closer.
Yeah. And he whispered to you, saying that, I think that man is a little bit cuckoo and is quite untrustworthy or suspicious. I think we should probably send him out.
Are they looking at me at this point?
He is have his head out of the door. He's currently hat back on you, and
I'm gonna
he's
go
not
sit in his chair.
Oh, he actually invited you to sit on his chair. At the moment.
No. You said that
His
there was
chair.
like a desk, and then he was sitting.
No, there is
and
a
then-
desk on the wall, and there is one chair.
There was
This
one
is a
chair.
tiny room. Yes. But yeah. So
What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna like saying anything when he says. I'm just gonna like nod dumbly.
okay, and if
Go
you open
inside.
the rest of the room door.
Shoulder, and start laying him out.
Yep. So yes, Kara, you see a robed man comes at you and grabs you and pulls you out of the room. What do you do?
I start just.
As soon as we're out of earshot, I'm gonna say we need to go. I just like made one of their acolytes go nighty night, and we're gonna have to leave shortly.
I say in Elvish. Is that you?
Yeah, it was me. I had a rough couple of 20 seconds, and I had to come up with something pretty quick.
Okay. All right.
Door closes behind you, and the cleric is in the room at the moment. And you guys are at the hallway, probably end a bit closer to, I imagine, you two. You guys currently have no one watching over you at the moment. What are you guys gonna do?
I think we should start looking through some of these other rooms.
As he was dragging me out, I'm gonna yell in common, "You shouldn't have done that," so that the cleric guy could hear.
You
Put
hear no
put
reply
the
with
fear of the hobo god in him.
Put the fear of the But
Oh,
yes.
So we have a few minutes to ourselves. Let's go through some of these other rooms.
So this hallway, it's just from what I imagined it is. There's the room with the cleric on the right, and then it's like a hallway, right? How many other doors are there?
It is a hallway, and there are 6 doors on each of the sides.
I'm just gonna next door. I'm gonna try to open.
Since I robbed this dude blind, don't I have like his ring of keys or whatever if any of these doors are locked?
None of the doors seems to have a keyhole. They just have a handle, actually. None of them seems to have a lock on them.
Okay, so I'm gonna lead the way on opening some of these doors just so he's not the one opening the doors.
Okay,
so
that
you
works.
guys all meet up and brings the other you two in the rooms, and now you guys are all joined up. This is a pretty tiny hallway. You guys probably will have to stand in a line to get through. It's
Single file.
single file. What's the marching order? And by the way, there is still that one acolyte who is currently sleeping on the ground at the moment on the hallway. What are you guys gonna do with him?
I gagged him and tied him up, so he can't yell even if he or move even if he
No,
wakes
but
up. So.
where are you guys gonna put him? Yeah.
Well,
Yeah, he's just sort of laying in the hall right now.
I'm gonna put him in whatever room looks good to put him in. If it's
So you're gonna
empty,
carry
you
him,
know,
basically.
You know.
Last week you had told. Last week you had
Let's
told
see
us.
if there's somebody stronger
second,
than me if they could do that.
Ivern,
Hold on,
let
Electrius,
some
what were you
people talk before the thing. Well, other people talking, let's try not to talk on top of each other. Electrius, sorry, go on.
Well, last week you had said that on the inside of the doorway when we first walked in, there was 2 crypts before we got to this hallway that we could see. So there should be 2 available crypts.
On the very entrance, there is a crypt on each of the sides, and on the room that you guys enter on the lower side, there are multiple places where you put in the corpses. Well, not places in the corpses. If you want to place like a skulls in there, they'll probably fit. But if you want to drag him and pull it on the very front door, and then put him on one of the coffins there, then that'll work if that is your intention.
That would be.
Although you guys do know that there is one acolyte still there.
Yeah, there's a guy sitting there. I could knock him out too, but
it was pretty easy to knock him out.
Val's just handing out naps.
Second pair of robes.
Can anybody just put him to sleep?
I say, let's search this room because we, have a little bit of time. We could search this hallway, and if push comes to shove, we go knock that guy out.
Okay.
Yeah. Currently there are 3 rooms that are available, including the one that you have visited. So there is 2 additional rooms that are available, and all the other ones are currently unavailable. And the one that is available to you is those 3.
Left 2, left 4, right 6.
Not an awful idea.
And also a marching order and the idea for the body. What are you gonna do again?
I'm gonna leave it hidden for right now. We're gonna go through some of these other doors and look for a potential place to hide this guy. And if worst case scenario, we'll knock the other guy out or do something else.
Okay. I say that you have a hempen rope. I would say that remove that from your inventory. I'll say that he will be roped for most of the time. And you're just gonna put him in that room, right? That room with the books.
Yeah. Yeah, in one of the rooms it says unavailable, right? We're gonna go in there first.
You're gonna open which room are you opening? Just type me one if you guys are opening as a group, and really marching order. Who go first? Who wanna be at the very front?
Valen, you should be in front, right?
Yeah, Brother Valen's in front.
I say we put him in the room that says available, because that will be an open room, right? And that's how I'm thinking, like a
Well,
airplane bathroom.
Had the cleric inside.
All right, I'll be in front of Electrius. So,
Yeah, I'll be.
Everett, are you okay with that?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, so Berry Bag Electrius, and then the third is Karak, and the second is Ellet, and the very front there is. Right?
Yep.
Alright. And which door are you guys opening?
Let's go for left.
Lead, whichever one you want me to open first.
Let's go for left 2.
Left 2 is the
Okay,
room that
left 2.
Cleric was just in there.
Oh, never mind. Left 4 then.
Sure.
Alright. If you were to go there and you are opening the left 4, or who is exactly opening the left 4 and how? Can you
I am
describe?
opening the left.
Okay, can you describe your character
I'm
opening
gonna
the left 4?
I give the door a gentle knock. Wait for a second.
And you
then
hear
go
a chair dragging from the inside, a wooden one, as you have heard from the other one. And from there, you hear a much younger cleric opens the door and looks at 4 of you.
I guess I'm handing out nap times again.
Yep, he. So you're trying to gonna pull the net time on him as well?
Yeah, I'm gonna hit him with the pommel of my dagger because
Oh my God.
that's how this day is going.
What are you guys even doing? What is this? Yeah, I say that was a part of the surprise. He wasn't expecting this. Roll your attack.
Got a 20.
That hits. Roll your damage. Let's see if we can knock him out. 4 damage and the sneak attack damage.
Mm.
Oh boy.
I have an offhand dagger. I can hit twice, right?
That is true. Roll your attack for this offhand weapon. Critical fail. Roll 1d4.
Oh no.
Wait, Elliot! He rolled 1!
Oh, that's right. Yes.
He rolled 1!
Reroll that shit. Oh my god, it happened.
Reroll it.
Reroll.
Yeah, reroll it.
Yeah.
I'm using my bountiful luck on you.
23 hits.
Amazing.
Damage.
Amazing.
Offhand attack.
Yes.
Although
Now it's the best character in the
yeah. Offhand attack does not get pluses on damage, but just to roll the dagger damage, right? As far as I know. Yeah.
Yeah.
I can only do sneak attack damage once per, but it's 14 total.
14 damage does not down him. We will roll initiative, and if he gets his turn, then he will have a chance to react and maybe warn the whole place.
24 initiative, baby.
Alright, we're all rolling initiative, I assume.
Oh my god. Yes, if you can down him before he takes his turn, I'll say it's still fine.
Oh shit, I need to put in, do I need to put in my token?
It's a small
like-
ball, so
Like, come on, guys!
I can get to him.
Oh, Baba
Yes,
Booey,
you
dab
still
on
have
him.
like a ranged attack. I would say that you can attempt to do so, although you'll be in somewhat cover. But yes, wow, 4, okay.
I'm gonna stop rolling on roll 20, in all honesty.
1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, that's everyone. Alright, first turn is Valen again. What do you do as your turn comes?
Two daggers again, I suppose.
Attack.
18.
You're gonna give this guy brain damage.
Roll damage.
Is this one sneak attack?
I don't think so. There's no allies within 5 feet, and he has taken his turn in the surprise round.
Okay. I was just thinking because he hadn't acted yet, but that's fine.
In the surprise round, he acts surprised. I was like, what? Hello! And now there is a cleric bleeding on the head.
Because it should be adding my dexterity bonus.
That is
to
true.
this.
Somehow it's not adding it
It's,
there.
it's not doing my proper damage.
It's +5, right? Your dex is
Yeah.
20?
Yeah, it's +5. I should have done more damage on every one of these hits so far, but
That is
No.
true. You should have done additional 10 damage total from the previous hit and the current hit.
does
Although-
that knock him out?
It still does not knock him out.
Okay, then I'm gonna roll my second attack.
Yeah.
16.
That hits. Deals him 2 additional damage. Alright.
No, 2 + 5, so 7 more.
No, the offhand attack does not get +5 on the damage.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Yeah.
Cool. Good check.
Alright, so total damage he have been dealt is 16, 18, 28 damage currently have been dealt. And the next in line is Elliot. What do you do?
I'm gonna whip out my hand crossbow and see if I can shoot him in the foot.
He is currently have his head out of the door. Door is not fully open, and the Balin has a side open. You can go for his head, however, and that misses.
Yeah, I was gonna say shit. Oh,
all right. That was Ellet. Unless there's something else you'd like to do.
I will give. Who's next? Electrius. I will give Electrius a bardic inspiration to help with whatever he's doing.
All right, Electrius. Also, don't be
Play that
restricted to
Irrigator.
the D&D rules. If you want to do something creative or amazing, as long as it makes sense, it goes. So, yes, Electrius.
Nothing immediately comes.
I'm just pulling out my bow and using all my abilities to sneak into the shadows and see what's about to come with all this extra noise we're fucking making.
Oh,
I'm surprised nobody's kicked him in the nuts.
So you'd like to stealth?
Yes.
All right. 14 is
plus his.
Let's see.
Plus whatever he gave me.
Yeah, roll bardic inspiration if you like.
Roll a d6 on top of that.
Yeah, it's good enough. You're currently hidden, and would you like to reposition yourself from the door, or from the group?
Well, I'm sure it's because we're in a hallway, but I'm assuming there's some corner somewhere that would give somewhat of a blind spot to people if they came running in or out. So that would be the corner I would head for.
There wouldn't be really a corner in the hallway. I don't know what corners you'd be thinking in the hallway, but this hallway doesn't have a corner.
Well, I'm thinking there's a door, so if there's a door, there's got to be a wall beside it.
I will just put it on the
Give you
map.
a little
Yeah, I'll
tiny-
give you a map. I'll just draw the map
Alright.
to give you guys a better idea. Probably this much easier.
I'm digging this in-city combat. We haven't had much of that.
No, we haven't. It's fun too.
Yeah.
Ooh, but will my map look like fun? Oh,
I
that's the
put so
question.
much damage on him, he didn't go to sleep, so it's like...
28 damage.
Looks like you ain't handing out naps.
It is a combat-ready
I
cleric.
wanted to buy more poison and shit while we were here, but I haven't had a chance.
At least they don't have heavy armors like the other clerics, so that's good, right? Because these guys are poor, so... Poor guys. Yes.
That's because none of their followers have any money.
In fact, yeah, that's kind of sad.
We are probably attacking some like very well-meaning, maybe a little like spoopy side, like Halloween as.
Demonic, demon worshipping guys. They
Hey,
worship a
hey,
demon.
you're talking to a tiefling here. Slight offense.
No, an archdemon. It's not even the same thing.
He's probably my uncle.
He's probably your uncle. The Shadow Lord. It's the Shadow Lord, your uncle.
Yeah,
Uncle
basically.
Azazel?
Uncle, yeah, I know. You know, as
Let's
they
see, in
say
that
in the
case, we
good
can work
book,
something
praise Belial.
That's done. And the bookshelves will be...
If we make this out, knock on wood, and we come back for the party, I'm going to talk about a crazy tiefling hobo that attacked me, talking about the hobo god. Really win these guys over.
Hold up, a mace is a simple weapon, is it? Oh, it's a strength bonus. Never mind, I'm not using that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's bludgeoning. Anything bludgeoning strength, I think.
Almost done.
I have a 10 in strength. It's average.
God, knock on wood again, if Karok does bite the dust, I have a very classic character on my dossier of character sheets.
But
That's a
if you-
paladin.
But if you bite
Not
the
choice.
dust, then the time would go back, though.
Good reference. Is that a JoJo's reference?
Is that a joke? I'm sorry for those of you who doesn't get it. There is an anime that has this skill named Bite the Dust, which reverses back the time. But yeah.
Shit, what's his?
I was totally gonna play a paladin. I was gonna ask Noni to let me re-roll this week, but I decided against it and just roll without for a while.
All right.
What's his small tank called? The unstoppable one?
The unstoppable
okay.
one.
Yeah, you know how he has a Killer Queen, and then he has the second stand, the little tank that basically, as soon as it starts, it can't be stopped.
Alright, so I'm assuming that's where we came in at. That's the room,
I have to look this up. Hold on.
and this is where we're at.
Yep.
I haven't read that chapter of JoJo's in literally years.
Sorry, my attention is a little bit divided right now. I mean,
No, that's fine. You're making maps. I'm talking about JoJo's.
it's like, whoa. Yeah,
So, I mean, if
and
that's
this
where
is
I'm
the door.
standing, then I would just. I will say, yeah, it's just an open hallway. So okay, I see what you mean now.
All right,
Well,
place your
Then I would
tokens.
dip around the corner and like hide back here.
Yep. And you guys said that you guys are checking the left 4, right? So you guys, rest of the group would be around there. So if you place your tokens in the according places, that'd be good. And the room that you see in there is, as I mentioned, 10 feet. It's not that much room. And there is a table inside, so that is taking up some spaces inside. It is very crammed inside and hard to move.
Actually, I wouldn't go that far because I won't. So I duck behind. This is the table, right?
Yep,
Right.
and
Yeah. So I duck behind that so I can cover towards this doorway. Is what I'm looking.
yep, that sounds about right. And the door currently is half open, and he has his head stuck out currently.
His head
And
that I just marmalized, but
yeah, it was like you hit him head in the twice, just suddenly, and he's currently quite
The
hurt.
brain damage, all of it.
Yes. That was Scott, Ellet, Eletrius, and the last person in the initiative. Okay, next person is the cleric, and he will yell out with using Thaumaturgy as a action as his voice booms out with magical power.
Ah, crap.
Ambush! And all the candles in there just dwindles with the loud sounds, and you am pretty sure this entire place has been warned with the giant sound booming out from his voice. But he uses his action to cast the Thaumaturgy as an action. And that would be his turn, and you hear the footsteps from the far away, many, countless of them, as well as a few of the, few of the furnitures being dragged on few of the rooms surrounding you too. If you guys want to know which exactly room, probably you'll find out next turn, but you could probably use an action to figure out exactly which one that is. And I say that that is that turn. And Kazi, what does Karak do?
So which door on the map? Can you ping which door the dude I talked to, the cleric, is in?
That is a lap 2, which is this one.
That one. Okay, I will take a caltrop and jam it right where the door handle is. That way you can't pull it open. You know what? Like spiking the. I don't have a sword to spike the door, so like, if you're trying to open the door, the caltrop will get stuck in between the door and the door threshold. You know what I mean?
Okay, I'll say that it will prevent door from being opened the regular way, and he would need to make some checks to open the door, or use some attacks, or do something else to do it. Yep, I'll say that will be your act.
Okay, yeah, so I'm basically moving in front of the door and setting up the caltrop there.
You can probably just block it with your body too. You're like,
yeah, but I'm dainty.
But yes, I'll say that the door will be properly blocked, and he won't be able to open the door using his free action.
Is setting up a hunting trap an action or a bonus action?
Generally, my campaign interacting with item is free, but using the item is something I think should be an action. I would call it an action at the moment. Honestly,
You're gonna call it an action? Okay.
Yeah.
That's fine. Shit,
Unless you're a thief,
I was gonna Home Alone the guy and put a
Yeah.
bear trap in front of the door.
if you're a rogue, then as your bonus action, as a cunning action, you should be able to use
Yeah.
a cantrip as well. That as
Eh,
well, but
that's fine.
yeah.
I'm gonna ready my shit. How did I hide my rifle? Did I bring my rifle with me in my
I
hobo clothes? Or
say
not?
it's in your
I assume
clothing.
You did.
You still have all your items and backpack. You know
Okay.
you said that you left anything
We didn't
behind.
leave anything back. Okay. I'm gonna ready my rifle.
All right, and you're readying your rifles. So if a guy opens the door, you're gonna shoot him. Although he's likely be at point blank if the door does open.
I feel like there's still a way that we could talk ourselves out of it. No, I'm not gonna fire. I'm not readying an action. I just have it out. That way I don't have to scramble for it.
Okay. Oh, also the guy that you have downed previously, the acolyte. Can you guys ping the location where you guys would put him at? Like probably one of the corners in the room, right?
Probably later.
Yeah. So like there.
Mhm.
All right, I'll put him there. Although I doubt that we're gonna do anything with him as he's tied up.
Well, no, we sat him in a chair and leaned him over the table like a drunken idiot.
Oh, you want to do that? I thought he's currently bound with ropes. Currently.
No, yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, I forgot we tied him up.
I mean, you could bound him in ropes and just hunch him over to a table.
Right, and five of them.
Valen's cloak and stuff is all kinds of big. You can still make him look like a drunk and tied up.
Oh, perfect. Yeah.
Yep. If that is the case, then the next turn in the order is our Balan. Is your turn. Although I should really do initiative now, unless you guys are.
I mean,
I know, but next turn they're gonna pour out. So if you really want to do this, then we'll roll initiative at the end of this. Because actually, beginning of this, I should roll initiative.
How hurt is this clerk looking?
Pretty hurt at the moment. Although let me do
The number one
initiative
question
first.
asked in any D&D game. How are they looking?
Yeah.
On a scale of 162, does he look like about a 19?
If you had to put any number, I don't care.
On the scale of 1 to 5, he seems like the 4 hurt. So,
Oh, okay.
like,
So Elrit's in melee range with the dude. Can I get my sneak attack on for this next one?
if the door is fully open, sure. Yeah. Elliot is 13, Electra is 7, Karak is at 4, and I'm missing one person, which is Balan. And Balan is what in initiative at the moment?
24. 24.
And the dead cleric in specific was initiative 5. Let him. And other clerics in the room. I shall roll for those folks.
I'd like to point out I haven't rolled beyond a 10.
Get it out of the way now, so when the battle comes, you get the good rolls.
See,
Yeah.
you haven't played with me yet. I'm still getting it out of the way.
That's here, man. But yeah, he won't roll much better.
Alright, Balan, it's your turn. Cleric looks pretty hurt, and I think you guys, as a group, should decide whether you're gonna go this or this. But, depends on what
I
you
think
want
we
to
should-
do.
I'm sincerely, Valen is as he's like swinging to knock this guy out again. You're gonna say, "Are we killing these guys now?" Or
Oh my god, Cleric.
Engage and escape.
I was gonna say, knock this one out.
Knock them out. They don't know who we are.
Disengage and head out.
Yeah,
16.
16 hits, roll your damage. 6 damage and offhand attack.
Back up.
Oh, also you opened the door fully, right? In that case, the sneak attack as well. But I say that you would have to use a free action to open the door fully.
Okay, yeah, I'll kick the door open and then hit him, so I get my sneak attack.
Yeah. Would you like to kill him or incapacitate him?
Oh, we can't hear you, man.
You want to know if you want to kill him or
I was
incapacitate
putting
him?
him to sleep.
Oh.
Okay.
I'm gonna knock him out.
Alright, and he is currently down, and Cleric just falls down onto the ground, and he's currently down at the moment. Is there anything else you'd like to do in your turn?
I got a bonus action yet, so I'm gonna use my bonus action to dash and say, "Time to fucking go!" And I'm running down the hall.
Yep, move. Yep, move your tokens.
Where's exit?
Exit is there.
Oh shit. We got to sprint.
Okay, so while we're running, I'm going to cast a minor illusion to mimic the guy who just screams voice.
Let's do the turn first, Balin turn first.
Okay.
Next is your turn.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Is that where you run to? I think you could move further probably with your dashing. Oh, that is 60 feet. Okay.
My dash speed is 70 because I have a 35 movement speed.
That is a 55 feet that you moved, so you have additional 20 feet from there.
Oh, I have a few more squares. Yeah, I'm going.
Yeah, after that is Ellen.
Yeah, you were right. 4 squares.
Yeah, Ellen.
Okay, so the guy he just knocked out, I'm going to try to copy his voice with a minor illusion and have him yell ambush again, and then follow it up with 2 lizard folk and a dwarf running towards the exit.
Your voice
And then
is
I'm-
not as loud as it is. As a minor illusion, it wouldn't do any.
Yeah, it isn't going to be as loud as a scream, so I imagine thaumaturgy is going to be louder than that.
Can you
But
post
hopefully-
a description for minor illusion again? I know that it's
Yeah.
capable of copying people's voice. Yeah, create a sound, and the range for the voice is not limited. Exactly.
From a whisper to
say-
a scream.
I say it will cover the 30 feet range at least, so that why don't you? Yeah, I say that's that. There's no reason why they would suspect. This is pretty good. Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Everyone in the 30 feet would hear the voice of that cleric in specific yelling that 2 lizards. Can you type 2
Two lizard
dragonborns
folk and a dwarf.
and a dwarf? All right. You yelled that out as using your minor illusion.
Yep. And then I will. Let's see. I can't run too far, but one.
I was
Yeah.
about to say, you have minor
That's
illusion.
it.
We could disguise.
My normal move speed will get me there, so I'll move back over this way.
All right. If that is your turn, next turn is 9, and the cleric who is currently there uses his free action trying to open the door, and you notice as the door is currently jammed. There is a caltrops dropped on the thing, and he will try to break the door open. Rolls natural
Fuck me.
20, but that is his action to break open the door, and Ozzy smash down the doors, and he will see Karak in his range. And he is in the scene now.
Oh, now I have to save Karak. Great.
No, I can disengage. I could book it. I'm not fighting.
Oops. That's not that. And one more cleric would pop out. And Karak, you are clearly not a dwarf nor a lizard folk. Am I correct?
Yeah, that is correct.
All right. And number 2 pops out, and the one more dude from the door, right, 6, the last door on the right.
Oh, this sucks.
Well, if you're focusing on just running, you may be fine.
I might try to convince the guy that they ran into the room with the guy we knocked out.
Yep, talking is an option. You can talk, and solve problem.
Because as far as I know, you're just a crazy tiefling.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I'm having some sort of a bug with Roll20 with highlighting. Oh my god, okay. There we go. And number 6 will have a full turn to act. He will run 30 feet. And we'll cast a healing word on number 1.
Shit.
Is a 1d4,
I
right?
should have killed him. I should have killed him.
If you're running away just straight, it shouldn't still be a problem.
Healing ward? Let's see.
Yeah, he heals
healing.
for some amount.
Yeah, it's 1d4.
And
Unless
number
it's a
6
second level.
will attack you with a mace, and it is an intruder. And he would know that judging from the one cleric that is bleeding down currently, kind of on the ground, he would know that you guys clearly mean harm. And number 6 will bring down the mace on you, and he makes an attack. What's your AC?
My AC is 13.
That hits, and does you 6 points of damage.
Oh my god, I'm not actually dead after one attack.
It's
What
a
a
cleric with a mace. It's not gonna kill you.
We're putting things more on our level for once.
However, all of you guys would hear crowds of voices coming towards your direction from the stores and from the deeper below. Something more are probably coming. And that is their turn. Electrias, you'd hear the commotions and the shoutings there too. What do you like to do?
Oh man. I'm gonna throw 50 ball bearings down the hall.
Let's
I just
see.
grab well, I don't know 50 specifically, but I'm gonna grab a handful of them so that I don't have to use a full action and just toss them down the hall.
Yeah.
I should be able to get him at least past him. You might be kind of having to do a deck save, but I should be able to get him past you safely.
When they move, they have to make a dex save, it seems like. So I say you use an action to cover up the area. Although the ball bearing by default, one ball bearing in adventurer's gear, it doesn't specify how much there is one.
Yeah, I think it gave me 100, honestly. Yeah, it automatically gave me 100.
Okay, so getting one ball bearing is 100 ball bearing, right? One ball bearing item is 100 ball bearing in a pouch?
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
I think I have to throw all of them, yeah.
it can cover 10-foot square. So total 4 5-foot squares, right? So I would say that you should be able to cover.
What is the entire pouch? How much does it cover?
Like,
If you want, it should be able to cover 4 squares like this. And anyone who walks across that area will have
So
to
25. So 25 ball bearings per square, basically.
around,
you can.
yeah.
Well, I mean, but it really doesn't mathematically matter. That
No,
much.
of course, but you can.
Yeah.
You know.
It's
every
10
square
squares,
that they have to pass over, they're going to have to hit another dex. So in this situation, they're going to have to dex save 4 times just to get past. Because there's no way around it.
Is
That's
it
smart.
every square that they have to make a dex? Yeah, sure, why not? Yeah, I say that, sure. Yep. But that means the enemy should be able to use it against them too. But let's go with that. You spread the ball bearings in that area though, right? Is there any other
Yes.
areas? Okay. And
Well, no, but I wanted to start from here because I should be able to at least get my arm around
all
where
right.
he's at. So
Yep.
we only have one of you that have to save, and you only have to save 1 square.
Does that look good to you now?
Yes, perfect.
Perfect. All right. So you spread the ball bearings down on the ground, and you hear the metal balls rolling down onto the thing, and you know that they're gonna do some good stuff.
And I will move myself to right there.
All right. Ooh. All right.
With my bow still in hand.
And the number 1. Since I don't want to keep track of the turns separately from this point on, I'll say that he will just skip this turn and he will merge his turn with the rest of the group. Yeah.
Oh, merciful Noni.
Carrack.
I look at 2 and 6 and I say, I'm being attacked too. Why are you hitting me? And I disengage.
The number 2 says that you do look like a tiefling at the moment, right?
I mean, I still look crazy. Yeah, I still look like.
This is it. There's no way that we trust a word coming out of tiefling.
They were racist.
And he still seems to be hostile towards you. And Carrack, what do you like to do?
I am going to disengage and attempt to run a Reno Cappuccino. So disengage and then shit. What's my movement?
What?
Whoops.
Wait, I'm not streaming.
Okay.
30.
Yeah, it's disengage and then 30. So I have to do dex save.
Yes, twice.
Oh boy! All right, I'm rolling this in real life. I have a +5. So is it dex or dex saving throw?
Dex saving throw twice.
All right, I have a +5 to my dex saving throw. 15.
Makes it. It's DC 10.
Okay, it's DC 10. Okay, so I make it to here.
Yep.
And now, 19. 14. So 14 + 5.
Yep. Move your character all the way.
Yeah.
All right.
And is it considered as a difficult terrain in the ball bearing, or nope, it doesn't. All right. Wait, a creature moving through the area at half speed doesn't need to make the save. Oh, that's interesting. Okay.
All right, so 15 there, and then 15 there. There we go. And that's the end of my turn.
It's a miracle. Carrack's out of melee range for once.
Right!
Our gunner being in the middle range every combat.
And I didn't go down!
Valen.
Chicken. From as soon as you left.
Alright, I'm gonna, since I'm out of view of everybody, I'm gonna use my bonus action to hide.
Yeah, that's fine. Roll stealth. You feel very, very stealthy. But yes.
Okay, I'm going to step back around the corner since I know I can run out of here whenever I want to. I'm going to step back around the corner to where Elrit's at, and I'm going to pop a shot at the guy I almost killed.
Just Kuda when he's knocked out and tied up.
And I'm gonna shoot 6.
Alright, make your attack.
I'm gonna do that thing with for sharpshooter, that feat that I took. And
That was
for the extra damage.
plus the damage minus to hit, right? It was
Yeah, it's -5 to hit.
Can you post the description again? I think it was -10 and +5 on damage.
It's +10 and -5. Let me look again. I'll find it.
I think it was a -10 to hit and +5 on damage, because the melee one works that way, as far as I remember.
I'm looking it up real quick.
And Valen, you really gotta put the stuffs in the features and traits things. Like I don't see any feats that you have. So you should put stuffs in.
I always forget to do that. So
yes,
okay.
at some point. It's
That's
not
the one
immediate.
that I took, though, the sharp.
It's -5 penalty to the attack roll. If you hit, you get +10 damage.
Ooh, that's awesome. Alright, then let's roll to hit. -5 to hit and +10 to damage. Man, that video is good. Alright.
No fucking way did I hit.
Yeah, that's
That
it'd be
misses.
14. Yeah, wait, it'd be
7 to hit.
Yeah, it'd be 10. It's not good.
All right. Is that your turn? Is there anything else you'd like to do?
The movements, I'll keep going away.
All right, Elliot.
okay.
You
So
clearly
this hallway, is it?
You are. I say that you're. As long as you're not looking at that direction, I would say that you still do like a halfling or dwarf. Who knows?
Okay.
But if you look in the direction, I'll say that yeah, they would have a fair chance that in their lights, right? So.
All right. So this hallway, is it made out of stone?
It's all made of stone. The entire building is made of stone, other than few doors and furniture which are majorly made out of wood.
Okay. Now, if I were to center a shatter spell right here, would I be able to damage the ceiling and have part of it cave in?
Stone structures are not very fragile in nature for that
Okay.
purpose.
What does a shatter spell do to 100 ball bearings in a hallway?
Either shatter the ball bearings and completely destroy them.
Okay.
But let's think. You like all the objects do have a health point assigned to them.
Mhm.
So if you naturally deal more than their health point, I would say that that part breaks. So if you do that for the ceiling, then I would say that that portion of the ceiling will collapse. But
Okay.
depends on how much damage you deal. It may change things or two. But yeah.
Okay. Well, yeah, I'll go ahead and cast Shatter right here so it hits 1 and 6 and hopefully causes some damage to the ceiling.
Alright, then roll your damage. I'll roll saving throw for number 1 and 6.
Holy shit.
Ooh, 19. It's a
Holy shit.
con save.
1 makes a saving throw, 1 fails a saving throw, 6 makes the 6 makes a saving throw, 1 fails it, 1 will go down again.
Okay.
I think killed him. That wasn't subdual. He's dead.
Yeah. And then...
True, that guy is dead. He is dead. You have killed the cleric.
His
It
head
is-
exploded.
Yes.
And 6 will take half damage, so...
What level are we, by the way? Sorry, random question.
4.
4. 19 divided by half is 9 damage. Will be dealt to number 6. And the ceiling. Objective point. Yeah. The stone structure.
And I have no idea if it being thunder damage would affect that, but thunder damage.
Mm. Okay, the wall will take damage to the full extent, although it is at the moment doesn't crumble.
Okay.
You will see that there is a significant damage being done to that section of the thing, however.
Alright.
Is there anything else you'd like to do?
Yeah, I am going to run around the corner so they can't see me anymore. And I'll end my turn there.
Alright, and Electrius is not hidden at the moment, right?
No, I'm right down the hall.
Right.
Just right there on view with a bow, just like.
Alright, number 6 will cast the infamous cleric spell, Guiding Bolt.
no.
Was that the one that like does stupid amounts of damage?
It's like 3d6
Holy
for a
shit!
first.
Yeah, it does
spell.
advantage on the next attack. It's pretty awful. I think.
Why are we not just
I think
running a party of
I think
clerics
it's-
calling ourselves the Holy Rollers?
Number 6 will attack against you. Does 13 hit you?
Yeah, no, I'm 15.
Wow! He casts a guiding bolt, and you see the bolts of light just flash from his hands towards you. But you manage to dodge all of it very nimbly, and all of his attack currently misses. And he will move very cautiously and spend 3 squares in there. I'll say that those movements are doubled. He will waste additional 15 feet of movements, but he will exit the area without tripping. But that's all his movement.
Can I take arrow shots at him while he's cautiously moving?
Unless you can attack as a reaction, no. But yeah. Number 2 will also have to spend 2 squares in them. He can get there with the 30 feet of movement, and he will cast Guiding Bolt again. 16 hits. Deals you 14 points of damage.
Shit.
As the bolts of light ziz through his hand and strikes.
Wait, what am I saying holy shit for? I was getting hit for 20 fucking damage.
And you guys hear that the things are pretty close nearby. Next turn, at the initiative 20, the enemies will appear from the end of the hallway. And Electrius. I forgot. The Acolyte above comes here. And...
What's going on, guys?
He comes here and let's see.
Beset on all sides.
Oh,
Xenos.
He prepares dodge. He's like looking at you guys, assessing the position, but he's not taking any offensive measures. Electrius, yeah, sorry, take your turn.
Like I'm pretty stupid at mistake at this point. So, I am. Fuck, I'm just gonna charge towards the one guy that probably can't hit. Tries.
Yep, you move there.
Yep. Yep. That was my move.
All right, do you attack the Acolyte?
But I still, yeah, I do have my bow out, so might as well take the shot at him while he's replying.
All right, make your attack. With disadvantage, however, because he is at the moment dodging your attack. 13 hits, roll your damage.
Oh, wow.
Wow, I didn't think I was hitting him either.
No, as I mentioned, the Acolyte is the guy that you guys, the Balan one-shotted. That was a guy that was waiting at the doors. Similar stats.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and that Acolyte...
Cleric's the big mama jama then.
Oh, it's the arrow, where in flavor-wise, which point of the body that you're shooting at? He's
Oh,
not
it's definitely
dying.
for the eyeball.
Okay.
Always
The
eyeball.
dick.
One eye on his right eye goes in, he screams in pain, like, "Ah!" And the significant amount of blood comes out, and he is at 1 health at the moment.
Oh, wow.
That is your turn,
It's
Karak.
my turn.
So he is at 1 health. Number 2 is Cleric Big Boy, and number 6 is another Acolyte.
Cleric.
Is another Cleric, so 2 and 6 are Clerics.
Yep, 1, 2, and 6 came from the 3 available rooms.
And then A is Acolyte. Got it. Okay. Between 2 and 6, who is damaged?
Neither.
Neither?
6 have been damaged by Shatter Spell.
Okay. I'm gonna put my mark. And let me put the thing in here for you.
All right. Number 6 or number 2?
On number 6, I'm going to put my mark on number 6.
Alrighty.
And I am going to fire my musket at the homeboy.
25
boy.
hits. Roll your damage. 13 points of damage. He has taken 22 damage at the moment. And anything else?
What is this right here? Is this a...
Bookshelf.
It's a bookshelf. I'm going to hide, or not hide, but take cover behind the bookshelf.
Alright. If that is your turn, next turn is Balin. I thought you guys were gonna run away, but you guys actually fighting. Interesting.
I'm at the point now where I kind of want to say, "Fuck it, let's fight it out. We're doing all right."
And that's where we are probably sorely wrong.
Hey, we've got a solid escape route, and we're mostly winning. So
He's gonna do like a Maz resurrection. We're gonna be fucked, you know.
God.
Turns out the Pope comes out of the door and is like,
Yeah, basically. It's just the lead singer of Ghost.
At that unlikely circumstance.
You say unlikely.
If that happens, I'm just gonna read through my names of demons and hopefully I strike one right.
All right, what I'm gonna do, I am going to. We don't have anybody else to be a melee guy right now. I'm gonna. Fuck. I'm gonna step forward into range with. Actually, I'm going to step down here, and then I'm going to shoot number 6 with another sharpshooter.
Number 6 is currently in cover by number 2. I'll say that he would have.
I ignore cover.
Yeah, sharpshooter.
Wow!
Cover.
Yes, you can
That's
shoot at him.
dumb. That's awesome though.
Yeah,
That is awesome.
Sharpshooter is an amazing feat.
Make your attack.
That one hits.
23 hits. Roll
That'd
your
be,
damage.
Yeah, that's plus 10 damage and all that good shit.
You have to announce it before the thing, but I'll let this one.
I
be
said
fine.
I said sharpshooter when I did it. I said
No,
I'm
but
gonna move down
you
here
have to
and
say
shoot
that I'll
sharpshooter.
take -5 to hit before shooting it instead of just saying.
Oh, I said sharpshooter shot. That's why. Okay, whatever.
But yeah, but I haven't.
So that'd
This
be
everything.
20.
22
Yeah,
damage,
22.
and you one shot
Christ.
this boy. This boy behind this. Number 2 thought that this arrow was coming and hit him and was like, duck! And as he ducks, your arrow exactly shoots out and exactly strikes at his throat, and it would just. And one cleric falls down below, and he lies down cold and dead.
He's dead.
And
We're probably killing like the caretakers of like some sort of terribly misconstrued orphanage.
who knows?
That is not at all what's going on here. This is a creepy demon cult. We already got all the religion checks and all that shit.
2 clerics and 2 acolytes enter from the back door.
Oh, didn't know this was a Catholic crypt. I made a zing.
Although they won't have any movements left after they come out, but they say, "What is going on? What happens?" And that would be their movements to appear. And I'll say that's their turn, action too. I don't want them to like shoot up guiding bolts in the turn. However,
At a certain point, I'm ready to book it and just throw caltrops and run on top of the ball bearings.
I think we're okay. Sincerely, I think we can take this.
I think we just drop the hole that I'm into a cave in so they can't get out. We just
Yeah.
If we could do that, yeah.
Yeah, they'll be able to get out anyway. But I kind of want to loot them, figure out what all they have down here.
they're broke. They ain't got shit.
a second, I need to check some spell descriptions. Okay.
If we
Number-
protect our
Number 1 moves in, and he will grab you and make a melee attack.
Wait, I think you skipped my turn. Now, for some reason, I'm not showing up on the initiative thing.
Oh shit, that is right.
Yeah.
No, I'm sorry. I
Yeah,
do
we should
have you on the
probably add the
initiative.
initiative.
I do have you on
Okay.
the initiative. It's just that probably it's not visible for you, but it's Ella's turn actually before their turn. Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay. So I'm going to run down here, seeing number 6 go down. I'm gonna cast Shatter again.
Yeah, I guess you're a small creature. Yeah. All right.
Okay,
Roll
I'm
your
gonna-
damage.
Yeah, I'm going to cast Shatter again. I want to try and get that hallway to collapse. So, what the hell is it?
Oh, it's basically the Earthbender.
Trying to be. 14 thunder damage.
They're making that a Netflix show.
14.
Let's see, I'm centering it here, so that should hit number 2 because he's within 10 feet of that.
Let me see. Yeah. You do it. Yeah, it works. Yeah, the hallway on the sides collapses down, and there is a huge pile of rubble that will be blocking the hallway 2 squares large.
Awesome.
And I'll say that it will take 2 actions to get rid of it, minimum.
Okay.
And I'll say that every time they would make a strength check to remove the rubbles from the thing, and I'll say put the DC on the regular one. It's not the whole floor collapsing down, but it should at least block the hallways for several turns.
Yeah. So then I'm just going to turn to number 2 and be like, help ain't coming anytime soon. You might want to surrender.
That's awesome.
That is awesome. Although if you do that as a actual persuasion, I would say you get a roll, but
Yeah, as I say, I've used my action, so it's just kind of flavor.
yeah. He yells at, "I will die for Shadow Lords!" and he grabs you, or at least attempts to grab you on both of his hands, and make a
Okay.
melee attack.
Shell doors. Alright.
He
That
fails to
misses.
grab you.
I'm too tiny.
And the rest of the group comes in, and he uses his action, and he'll make a strength check to save. And I'll say that the rubble DC would be equal to your spell DC, 13. And we'll make
Yep.
the strength checks according to. And first one, the attempt of the number 2 fails to remove the rubbles on there. However, number 1 will also approach, and will
We've just created a hallway of just pain.
making
Oh, man, that
natural
guy's like Superman.
20! If it was a player, I would just instantly remove all the rubbles, but I'll say that most of the rubbles are made. I say that still, you need to make one more actions that you need to use to get rid of it, but I'll say that next one would succeed, regardless. Because natural 20! What? And... let's see. He
So
would...
kill number 1 first. He's fucking He-Man.
You'd leave
Yeah,
some
basically.
rooms up for the acolytes to remove the rubbles on the pass. And that would be the 3 action spends by these guys. And the acolytes will move in and will cast... Sacred Flame. And make the dex saving throw for Ellet.
Oh, alrighty. I think that's one of my good ones.
Ooh.
That's one of my good ones.
You make the saving throw. Takes no damage.
Sweet.
Alright, that was their turn. You do hear more dudes coming from the downstairs, though. They will come at some point, but Electrius.
I kind of got him in a kill funnel right now, guys.
Oh, wait. I forgot. There's one more Acolyte. Never mind. That one health Acolyte will try to battle until they run away. And he will cower in corner in fear of death. Of being one health in pain in one eye. And that was his turn. Electrius. You're gonna kill him, aren't you?
Yep.
The DM says knowing what to expect.
On my way.
Push the arrow the rest of the way.
My short sword is one-handed, so I can pull that while I run.
You have a
Just
bow
kick
equipped
him with the
currently?
dick.
Well, I had my bow in one hand, yeah.
Yep. It's a free action to take away the bow, but to draw it, it's another free action. I only give one free action per turn, for a reason. If you want to draw it as a regular action, that's fine, but switching action.
Just shoot him and run.
Although why don't you
Alright.
just shoot him at this range? I
I
mean,
was
that's
gonna say, then I'll
probably
stop
fine.
there, and then I have the range to shoot.
Yeah. Make your attack.
I did roll already.
That's a short sword, but
Oh yeah, that was my short turn. Fine, banishment will banish him.
you
Same thing.
kill him as arrow pierces on his back as he was turning a ranger. He collapses on the ground, and now there's more blood on your hand.
Yeah, well, I'm not too worried about that.
I
We're
took,
terrible people.
took both his eyes out.
Sure.
This is totally okay.
Karak, you are taking cover behind the bookshelves, and what do you like to do?
Alright, so, that dude's dead. There's a lot of people coming here. Let's see. That. Alright, let's move me over Schwa, and I'm going to put my mark on 2 now,
Mhm.
and fire at 2.
Okay. On Ellet, if you want to cause the shatter damage on any of the hallway again, then I say that you can do it. And I'll drop the 2 squares on top of them. If you want to drop it on
Okay.
top of them, that's even fine too. They'll take some damage above it.
That works.
Yeah.
That was the plan, anyways. I got one more shatter in me.
Alright, so let me roll for damage. Alright, 19.
19 to hit. Hits. Roll your damage. 8 damage. Alright. He has taken 8 damage. Is there anything else you'd like to do?
Alright, so I went from there, 15, 15. I'll just say 15, 5, 20. And I'll move up 10. There you go. And I end my turn.
Alright. Balin.
I'm going to shoot at 2 with my -5 plus damage thing.
Roll your damage. And hit.
Don't let the first one live. We gotta make sure he's.
That'd be
15 hits.
17.
Why is it 17? Isn't it 15?
15. It's 15. You're right.
Yeah.
It's 15.
15 hits. Roll your damage. Plus 10.
And it's all that plus sneak attack damage because Elrit's in melee with him. So
Very true. 21 damage.
22. Yeah, 21 plus.
And there is another corpse on the ground. Poor soul.
Yeah,
Or so.
plus 9.
Alright. Another cleric currently facing away the Ellet. Now he collapses on the ground, bleeding out and say, "Hey Lord, save us." And he collapses. And if that is your turn, is that the end of your turn?
No, I'm gonna stay right here. I got a good kill funnel going on here. I'm gonna wait.
It is a very good kill funnel. Ellet.
All right, final shatter. Target it right there.
9, and you're pointing here?
Just get all of them caught in it.
Really need to
Yeah.
win that 20 just to destroy it.
I'll make first one is for the closest acolyte. He makes it. Second acolyte, he fails it. The failed acolyte will instantly die. Number 1,
Okay.
number 2, they both make it, and each of them will take 7 damage. And
Plus the rocks fall on them, and everyone dies.
this one will definitely die, and rocks will fall. And 20. I mean,
Yeah, that's what it was.
where's the center of the shatter?
Right next to A. So right here.
Okay. Do you want the squares to be placed on top of the blockage to be placed on top of the A and the one empty square closer to 1 and 2? How would you like to? So
see here.
A and right side or A and left side? Which squares would you like to block?
A and the right side.
Okay. A will instantly die as ruins collapses on top of him. And these area will be blocked by the roll. And it will do roll 1d4. Let's see how many turns it will they need to spend to
2 turns.
it will take 2 turns for them to block it. Clear the blockage. And it is their turn, and the number 1 will attempt to clear the robles.
I'm just gonna yell out,
Fails
"I
a
am your
saving.
god now."
You fail the saving throw. Number 2 will switch the place and try to clear. He clears
Jesus
it,
Christ,
and
another nat 20.
another net 20. And he managed to do it, but he still needs 1 more turn to clear. Although the next one will succeed without checks. So it's the previous, same as the previous
Okay.
one. That is that. But the Electrius, it's your turn at the moment. What do you like to do?
I'm gonna go into hide mode.
Oh, you're gonna hide. You're gonna go into like one of the coffins on the sides and gonna be in there or on there.
I mean, I'll be in it, but I'm gonna have it cracked to the point where I can like see through.
All right.
What's going on?
Roll stealth.
21.
You feel like you're very well hidden. That was a good choice. And if that is your turn, next turn is Karak. As you see that some of the coffins moving, you assume that is from the Electrius. And what do you like to do?
All right, so coffins have moved, and Electrius is out, right? Oh no, he's
No, you would hear where you would know where he was. Your friends.
gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Unless-
I would.
Unless the Electrius attempt was to hide from the allies as well, was it?
All
I
right,
mean, from where I'm at, he would have been the only one that possibly, whoever this is,
Yep.
would have been the only one that maybe see the direction I went, at least. Everybody else would have been too busy.
Indeed.
So
all right, so I
That makes
will. 2 is dead. 6 is dead.
Everyone on
And
your
you're just-
side is dead, and because of the rubbles, you wouldn't be able to. They would be behind the full covers at the moment.
And you're just hiding behind in a crypt, right?
Yep.
Okay, I'm going to 25, and then let's go up here, and then how much more do I have? I'm going to just prepare myself on this corner.
Prepare.
ready Prepare an attack to see if there's anything coming down the hall.
Okay, so if anything comes down in the hole, you will make an attack. As a
Not anything, but you know. Yeah, I gotta be careful with the wording there.
That's why I was like anything.
Yeah,
Ellen
no,
pops up.
I've got. Yeah, I know. I've got dark vision, and
So
so I'm
okay.
preparing an attack for any bad guy.
all
Comes down
right.
the hall.
If
Alright,
that is
that'll be
your
my turn.
turn, Balin.
the way this is going, that could qualify
I'm
us.
going to use a bonus action to hide.
Mm-hmm. You're fully obscured at the moment.
Okay.
13 doesn't do. Wait, I did it. Let me see. Their stats. 13 do, actually. Yep, 13 do.
Okay, and then I'm holding my action for when they clear the rubble. I'm going to put an arrow in the first dude I see.
Alright. That is that. And the initiative 20. I should put in some different numbers. More people fills up the hole. They're so clumped. Although the
They
Newly-
said they wanted them all dead. I mean, we just put it 2 days early. We're good.
and the number 2 will try to clear the rubble. Actually, this one was without checks. Never mind. It clears the rubble.
Yeah.
Make your attack opportunity. No, prepare to attack.
Wait, you skipped my turn again.
I did. Ella, take your turn.
I'm
Oh my god.
gonna do number 6.
All right. Using your action, if you would loot him. He is wearing a robe. Take the Shadow Enclave priest robe in your inventory.
Okay.
And also roll 1d100. No, I just. Oh my god. You gain 14 silver. Although I would probably ask you guys to distribute the silver afterwards, but unless you guys don't, really feel wrong about it. But yeah, you guys gained the 17 copper and the 14 silver so far. Probably record that down.
Okay.
I'll probably put my copper in the group loot. I'm not.
Not the group loop. After the group loop, we'll just distribute it afterwards. But anyway.
Group loot.
Elliot, yeah. After
I'm
looting
gonna-
as an action, is there anything else you'd like to do?
I'm gonna start booking it this way.
Booking, alright. And,
Actually, I don't think I'd be there.
yep, so number 2 clears the rubble. Make your attack.
20.
That, as I mentioned, you have to say that you do -5 before it
I
hits.
said it when I hold my action. I want to do the sharpshooter thing again.
Yeah, he
I
did
said it.
say he wanted to prepare a sharpshooter shot.
Alright, do we assume that every single of your shots are sharpshooter from now on? Yeah, it could be easier that way.
Unless I say otherwise, I'll say it's a regular attack or it's a sharpshooter attack.
Okay.
So everybody knows.
How about this? In the roll 20, have a longbow just have a longbow and longbow sharpshooter. Have 2 attacks.
Oh,
Okay,
okay.
I'll set that up.
Yeah.
I'll set that up. Hold on.
2 macros.
Give me a second. Now I'll roll my damage here real quick.
Yes.
Yeah, you can even set your sharpshooter one to it.
Yeah, you can add additional.
It's 18.
18 damage have been dealt to number 2. Doesn't look
Actually,
very
you
good.
might just be able to do a global damage modifier and just be able to click it off.
Oh yeah, shit. I gotta start tracking my ammo.
Alright, number 1 will come here spending 10 feet of his movement and will traverse 10 feet carefully in this hole on the bearing, hopping his movement. And number 1 will cast Guiding Bolt. $17 probably hits.
Yeah, my armor class is 16.
22 damage as he rolls 5, 5, 6, 6. Woo! What is this?
God damn.
Oh my god. Deals you 22 damage as a bolt of light just strikes you on the shoulder. That would be number 1 and 2's turn, and the rest of the guys just popped up. They will be skipping their turn as there's nothing gonna happen for them. And Electrius. You're currently still hiding in the corpse. You do not hear any footsteps nearby of you at the moment. What do you like to do?
I'll hold my action.
Yep. All right. You're holding your action to attack anyone in the if someone hostile
if
creature.
an enemy comes through. Correct.
All right. Karak doing the same thing, holding.
I look around this. I use my action. What do I see? I see the crypts, right?
You see the crypts on the side. You're in the crypt. Yes. You see.
Yeah.
You see the. Yep. These things on the sides.
Oh boy, am I gonna start grave robbing? I'm gonna search A for loot.
If you were to look at the closest one and use your action to search, oh, that boy, that bad boy.
Yeah, I'm gonna search the downed enemy.
I robbed him.
I'll say.
No, that's the one that I killed.
There's
robbed the one down
a
the road.
fresh.
Yeah, you're good.
Another 70 copper. I'll say that the total group loot it would be after this combat. It'd be that.
Yeah, we have a. I can update the group loot. No.
Yeah. Actually, you do have group loot.
Yeah, yeah.
Speaking of which, from the other. Speaking of which, looking at that, from the other campaign on the Wednesday one, they were doing the group loot and there was some syncing problem with the group loot and the individual loots. So I'll probably abolish this system in this group as well, but we'll talk about that afterwards. We'll probably distribute it.
All right, perfect.
However, but at the moment, if you add it to the group loot, that's fine. Yeah. Communism, right. Whoa, Asia, whoa. But yes, if that is Karak's turn, next turn will be Balin. Loot more before you run.
My turn. Okay.
This is a free silver. Free silver.
I'm gonna go ahead and take his robe too. I'll just add that.
Yes.
I'm gonna take a sharpshooter shot at 2, and then run away. So, sharpshooter shot at 2. I miss, so I run. I'm using my bonus action to...
Alright. So that's just a regular 2-hit, right? Not -5, just 11 to hit?
No, I said it was a sharpshooter shot, so I mean...
Okay, I thought you separated already.
It's like 6 or whatever. I'm running away.
Alright. If that is that, next turn is Ellet.
Okay. I am going to cast a minor illusion at the entrance to the hallway here. Just floating letters are going to show up that say, "These deaths courtesy of the terrifying Shakila group." And then I'm going to run.
Oh my god. Yes. Would you like to use an action to deceive, actually make a deception check, or would you like to do that as a flavor?
Well, yeah, I'm actually going to be casting minor illusion there, so if that would be a deception check.
Yep, I would say that roll deception with advantage.
Okay. 18.
Skilla, right?
Let me just see here. I copied what you had.
S-H-A-K-L-A.
Yeah, Shakila.
Yep, type the thing for the... Yep. Oh, that guy.
Yeah.
Why are you making them fight? What did they do to you?
Dude, I'm just sowing absolute chaos here, man.
Oh my god, you guys are helping the shit out of Cody. Alright, you're saying that the Shakila is the one responsible for it as you're running away. And
yep. That'll be my turn.
I'll roll for the few people in the front. I'll say that that probably will change the public reception of how they receive it. So, first one ties. He'll be unsure about what that is at the moment. The number 2.
You gave me advantage, so I had 18.
Oh, it's 18.
Yeah.
Cleric would have plus good on... Let's see, clerics.
Let me see, they're clerics, so they probably have at least +3.
They do have +3, yeah. Yeah, 17. First one fails, second one succeeds. I'll say that there will be some arguing amongst them. it will definitely have some effects on how they would handle the whole thing.
Okay.
Although it may be minor or maybe big, I don't know how it will exactly turn out at the moment. But yeah, is there anything else?
Anything to hopefully get them off our trail? Nope, that'll be it.
All right, and
I just gotta make it out alive.
bunch of these dudes. Number 1 will move here, and we'll cast
Guiding bolt.
Suggestion at Ellet.
Uh-oh.
Roll Wisdom saving throw.
Nice.
Maybe.
You make it.
Oh, thank God.
He yells out at you. Oh, not a suggestion. It's a command.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's even scarier.
Yeah, I was gonna say that would have me just walking right back towards him.
Yep. Yeah, that is number 1. And number 2, we'll have to spend some time in the whole of these. And you wouldn't see, you actually won't see what the rest of the group do at the moment. So I'm not going to move them at the moment, although I have a pretty good idea what they're actually doing at the back. And it would be their turn. Currently, there have been nothing at the moment. Electrius, still nothing in the tomb.
Yep, I'm still sitting.
Alright, Carrot, the same thing.
Not moving.
I'm gonna shout out. This is what happens when you fuck with the hobo god, and then yeah, that's in common, obviously.
Terrifying Shaquilla and Hobo God have teamed up.
Alright! Do you do anything though? Do you move out or still prepare an attack?
Ow. No, yeah, that's all I'm doing. I'm waiting to see what happens. Is
Balin.
if we want to filter them or do we want to leave?
Balin. I say the only one who can see number 1 is the Ellet, and no one else would have.
I didn't mean to actually do that. I'm not gonna take my bow. I'm trying to make that thing up. I took an action to hide. I want to take an action to hide, and then I'm gonna wait or.
Yep.
Here.
Roll stealth.
Yeah.
Man, you guys are actually gonna fight again.
Oh, I suck. All right, I'm gonna keep running.
All
Use
right.
minus action to dash. I'm at 12 hit points,
Are
fellas.
you
I'm
exiting the room?
I'm gonna wait for my friends. You said these are coffins, right? Which one is Electrius hiding in?
That one. His
Alright,
hiding
I'm
is so
hiding
good,
in
you
there.
don't even know where. Actually, you actually would have no idea where he would have hidden. His stealth was excellent.
Oh shit! Well,
Um,
either way, I would hide in a coffin, so I'm gonna hide in a coffin.
Sure.
How would you pronounce that? Bumetrius?
We're Bometrius.
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 And Ellet, you'd
let's
hear
focus
more
on what
commotions
is-
on the side actually too. So
boy.
that's that. But yeah,
Yeah, I'm gonna throw a dissonant whispers at number 1 and then keep running away.
he needs to use a reaction to run away, right?
Yep. So DC 13 for him, and I'm gonna keep running.
It's a wisdom save.
Yep, he's gotta run away.
God.
Cleric says as I mentioned, he have a +3 and he's a +5 total, right? So
Okay.
he does make
So he
the
passed.
saving throw. Is it half damage on fail?
Yeah, half damage then.
He will take 5 damage. Does he still have to run away? No.
No, he doesn't have to run away in that case.
Alright. That is that. And number 1 will be on the thing. Karak, make your attack. With advantage, or as you're an unseen creature.
Alright. I will beepity boop bop shoot. And then I'll take it.
There you go. Good rolls.
Nice.
Damage. 4
yes!
damage is not too magnificent at the moment.
Give me the damage, God. All right. Yeah, I gotta spec for damage. And yeah, that will be my turn.
He will use number 1. Will use the last of his spell slot to cast command on Ellet.
No.
No, actually, you roll. Yeah. Not
Yeah.
I roll. Yeah.
Was that a wisdom save?
Mm-hmm.
Oh shit.
Oh wait, no, I thought it was the other way around.
Woo! On your next turn, you have to approach this target.
Okay.
Yes. So if it
Sorry, Elric. You're a good friend.
Yep.
Next week, you can be a cleric.
he has to say return and a little bit closer and
Where are you at hit points wise, Elric?
Oh, I'm full.
Elytrius, as you're hiding here, what do you do?
Still doing it.
By the way, I'm not moving these things on the back because you have no sight on it. If you do,
Right.
once you get them inside again, then I'll move them.
Nope, I'm just patiently waiting with my ready to draw off my sneak attack as soon as it.
I assume they're all just tiptoeing over the ball bearings.
Alright, if that is your turn, Karak.
I will. Shoot,
Tackle
we could-
Elric.
I mean, I could grapple you, right, to stop you from going down the hall. But
don't know,
would I know that you're commanded?
Isn't
Or is
the
that player
Probably
knowledge?
not. That is a player
I thought that
knowledge.
was a voice spell.
It is a voice spell. You would hear it, but you don't know what kind of a spell that would be.
Yeah.
Okay.
As a group, I don't think you guys have ever used command, and I don't think you.
I
have,
wouldn't recognize it.
Yeah, it's
Yeah, it makes
something we've
sense.
seen before.
I'm going to. What is throw distance of like an item?
30 feet sounds reasonable. Okay. I don't
30
know.
feet.
Sure.
I'm gonna chuck.
You can throw a javelin 80 feet.
I'm gonna chuck.
Yeah,
Oh, but
but
a
it's
javelin's
made for
aerodynamic.
Troy, right?
Yeah,
True.
yeah.
Yeah. If I'm throwing the what is it? Just the toilet paper, then it'll go like 10 feet and fall. Right?
Yeah.
If I were
have
to throw it.
two of caltrops left. I will throw one of my sets of caltrops right there.
I don't know what she had.
No.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
So this square will be caltropped.
Yep, it will be caltropped. And what caltrops do, a single bag of caltrops over a 5-foot area. Any character that, or any creature that enters the area must succeed on a 15 saving throw, or stop moving and take 1 piercing damage. Until the creature regains at least 1 hit point, its walking speed is reduced by 10 feet. Meaning, if Elric gets hit, he stops, and he doesn't get any closer to them.
Well, to be fair, with my move speed, I'm going to stop right before I hit the caltrops anyways.
Yeah, that
Bingo.
is the case. But yeah.
Double up, and yeah, that'll be my turn.
And Balin, you're waiting and preparing for shooting in there?
Yeah, I'm gonna try to hide again and then step out. I want to shoot.
Oh, by the way,
I
there
gotta
is like a
shoot, I
skeleton in the... There's like a skeleton in the coffin that you guys are staying in, but yeah. Spooky
Oh, I
skeleton.
can't roll one from this hallway.
You,
Yeah,
you
I
do
don't
want
even have
one
a
to the
firing
hallway?
solution on him.
Where can you? Can I see him at all to get a line of fire on him?
No,
It's
I don't know.
it's like even I don't have a line of fire.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's stupidly
Oh, shit.
like that's an
It's-
impossible shot.
It is currently unseen.
How did he cast the spell? Elric was a line of sight.
He cast it and then moved in.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he cast it from here and then booked
Oh,
Well,
it. Yeah.
I don't know.
oh,
I think
alright.
if you ricochet it off right there.
How about I wanted his ass and I curve it?
Whoa, curve shot. Maybe if you actually want to have curve shot, we can discuss it, and maybe we'll.
That's so dumb, but that'd be so cool.
Dude, they do it like. Have you seen like in the movie they curve like a bullet shot?
Yeah, Wanted. Yeah, that was the reference I made. Yeah.
But yes,
what I'm gonna do is hide again in that coffin, and I'm gonna ready my action. If anybody steps into this room, I'm going to light them up.
and Elliot.
All right.
We're laying it
So
in.
I gotta move here.
Mm-hmm.
Am I able to take an action, or am I just forced to move and that's it?
I was reading it and was thinking about it. I think you are fair to take an action. If you want to dash and move back again, then that's also fine. It's like looking by the rules, there is no rules that prevents you from the action, just from doing approach.
Okay. Yeah, I'll just go ahead and dash right back to where I was then.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna play it safe here.
But was that a safe move?
Hopefully.
And
He's our bait.
one guy comes into your sight. Make your attack of opportunity.
Oh shit.
Not attack of opportunity. Your reaction attack from Karak.
Oh. Okay. Boop boop doop boop doop boop boop. Hunting musket.
That hits. Roll your damage.
Wow, I'm not gonna say it, otherwise I'll jinx myself.
Oh shit.
I ate the whole thing because I didn't want to throw it out.
7.
I don't like dirt on. It's like
7 damage, number 2. He is barely alive, however, he still is alive, and he casts the guiding bolt at Elliot, who is the only target available.
God, you never expect that I hit for 1d12 with how low I hit.
24 to
that
hit.
hits. That definitely hits.
Deals you 11 points of damage. And
That's not
he
too bad.
moves away from your sight. Although I should probably make them actually invisible to you guys, but whatever, it's lazy. Number 1 is out of spell. I'm just gonna remove it. He'll probably not participate in combat in any meaningful way. And number 4.
I'm about to take a whole bunch of guiding bolts.
That's all they do though at the moment. So healing word, guiding bolt. At least they don't do spiritual weapons, right? So
That's true.
yeah.
Oh god, yeah.
If I were, it would be brutal.
That would be the fucking worst thing.
Yeah. All 3 of them would be able to make an attack against you, which they would.
Okay.
4
That's gonna hit.
damage. Are you still up?
I am just barely still up.
All right.
Hey, okay, I guess we'll take you down now then.
Second one.
I'm down now.
And number 6 will attack your corpse, your dying body. And if it hits, then it will be considered as a crit, and you will take 2 points towards death.
Okay.
Does 12
That
hit?
will miss.
That misses!
My armor class.
Holy
My armor
shit.
class is 14.
And it is perfect. And you do not see anyone else moving from the behind. Although you do hear more sounds coming from back. What do you guys like to do? Elliot. You hear the screams of Elliot. What do you scream?
So what do I scream?
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
Fucking Mormons!
Yep, you hear the sound of... Yep. Elytrius, what do you like
That
to
was
do?
very blunt with his pain screams.
Yeah, that was quite blunt.
Well, I mean, I just saw that happen where I'm at, so I'm not going to jump out of mine. So now I'm definitely.
Okay. If that is your turn, next turn would be Karak.
I'm going to take. How difficult would it be to drag, basically? So this is my idea. I'm going to drag Albert away from their view, right?
If you're just dragging a down person, I would say it's just halfway movement, and that should be good. You don't need to.
Yeah,
spend-
drag him out of view, and then because they see that he's down, drag him out of view, and put the robe that I got from this dude on him.
Yep, I would say that is possible, yes.
And so I will do that and start moving him half movement, right?
Just put it to cover him, right? Not to disguise him or anything.
Yeah, just to cover him. That way he doesn't look like him.
Okay, but Elliot is still bleeding in the... Well, okay.
Yes. I will start dragging him half movement towards the exit. So I'm going to move him up here.
Alright. Move both of your characters accordingly.
I
I say that one behind instead of overlapping would be probably better.
Okay.
Unless you want to have him on the back.
He is. I mean, yeah. That's,
You know what? I'm
You're
tiny
piggybacking? Alright, piggybacking it.
yeah.
I'm only 40 pounds.
Alright, if you're piggybacking, I'll give you more options too. As you're piggybacking, are you have the back on there, back towards the entrance or back towards the front?
I'm basically my right side. I'm like looking. I'm looking down the hall, basically.
Okay,
So
in that case, I'll say that Elad will be in full cover from the attacks, and he will not be subjected to any attacks. Alright, that is Carrick Balin. Most of you are hiding in the coffin for so long. What do you guys like?
I was doing it for a reason. I thought they were giving chase, but they are not. What I am going to do is I'm going to step out here, right there, from stealth and all that, and I'm going to shoot at 5.
Make your attack.
what do I have to roll to beg the hobo god for an RPG?
That
10.
misses.
All right, and then I'm going to use my bonus action to run the fuck away. What I'm going to... Tarak is holding Elrit on his back. I have the Elrit carrier. I was going to stuff him in that.
Your plus to hit looks wrong at the moment. It shouldn't be plus
Yeah,
6.
it should be. Yeah,
You're at
it's
plus
wrong
9,
anyway.
yes, it should be plus
Yeah,
4.
it should be 4.
Yeah.
Yeah, I fucked it up. But either way, I missed. So I'm going to run up and grab Elrit and just keep running.
I say Elliot is already grabbed. I guess you're gonna
Oh,
toss
thank
him like a
God.
baggage. Yeah, sure, if you want to do that. Yep, toss.
I
toss
have the
him.
Elrit carrier already on my person, so I was just going to stuff him in this little papoose and run.
All right, passing Elliot to you, and you exit the map.
Fucking leaving, yeah. I'm at 12 hit points, Elrit's down, and he is our only healing spell. So
All
it's time to
right,
go.
your exited live, and Elliot make a dex saving throw.
Alrighty.
Both of you are out of the map. For the purpose.
Oh, thank God.
You make one save towards life. And along there, Carrot, you would see a few of the skeletons, soldiers.
Oh, great. Now all these guys we killed are going to be zombies at the party. This is awesome.
Oh my goodness, I just realized I don't have S, so K would do for now.
B for bone.
No, skeleton for K.
That's a stretch.
Is good.
Yes,
That's
the,
a stretch.
no, the KKK is coming for all of you, and the they will have to go through the ball bearing still. And how much damage does it take? 1 damage flat and 5 feet.
It's-
The ball bearings don't. You mean the caltrops?
The caltrops do. It's a DC 15 Dex saving throw,
Mm-hmm.
so they must succeed on it, or they stop moving and take 1 piercing damage.
I see. First one.
And then until. Oh wow!
Yeah, I think.
Second one.
I think he got
Third one.
tetanus.
All of them are stuck in
wow.
the hallway.
And so until the creature regains at least 1 hit point, its walking speed is reduced by 10 feet.
I'll say that with their movement speed fucked up like that, and both of the sides are pretty much clogged in a way, and outside is really heavy rained, and it would be hard for them to chase you if you were to run away straight up. So if you were to
from the
do that, I would
KKK.
say that, but do you guys want to still fight them?
I'm booking it with Elrit.
Yeah, I took Elrit from you, so I'm leaving with Elrit right
Okay.
now. I'm taking him back, and I'm going to fill him with booze.
How about Electrius?
I'm still in my sarcophagus, so I'm waiting to see what.
All right.
I've got a plan.
The long con.
I've got a plan no matter what. I still look like a bum. That everybody that's standing there hasn't seen me at all. They don't know who I am.
Yep. No one has
Just gonna
seen you.
fuck my head and come out.
All right. So
Let me in here.
rest of you will exit and is going to run away, I'd assume.
Yep.
And
Yeah, we're gonna go
Electrias
back
is
to
gonna
our
do the little hide mission on the back.
Splitting the
The long
party.
Woo. And I mean, worst case, even at the entrance level, it'll be really easy for him to escape. His acolytes are not that strong, and he's a thief. He should be able to double dash away from them. They don't have much. But anyhow, so stabilization for Aled, I'll say that one of you could probably roll medicine check outside when you guys get out.
I will try to stabilize Elric with my medicine of nothing.
Yeah.
I
My
believe
medicine
in
is
you.
also nothing.
Yeah, medicine checks from both of you, and if any of them succeeds, I'll say that you don't have to roll more death saving throw. If that fails,
Fucking
All right, I'm rolling in real life because I'm very afraid of losing Elric right now.
he's at 1 life at the moment. There's a low chance that you lose him.
Hey, look on the bright side. If Elric dies, you get a druid healer.
Oh god, I rolled an 11.
11 would fail the checks. Ella, make 2 death saving throws. You get another 1 to life, 1 to death. And I'll say that you get more chance. Let's pull like a try. More medicine check.
Are we doing more medicine checks?
Yep, he's at 1. That
Fucking
fails.
9.
No, don't roll too much. Okay, you roll too much. Okay, well 2 more death saving throw in order.
Okay.
You stabilize this. And you're fine.
Okay.
Yay.
Woo!
I'm taking Elric back to our, what was the name of that inn? The Raven's Nest?
Yes, Raven's Nest. Alright, so rest of you guys are going back to the Raven's Nest. And for you, Electrias, originally I was gonna... the reason why I had the skeletons in them were that I was gonna animate them. Was gonna use them for combat. But I realized that animate death is actually casting time 10 minutes, so it doesn't work. So that was that was a failed plan at some point. But it's still cool as a flavor. But they don't actually animate in there. How are you perceiving the outside information?
They just T-posing.
How am I looking at things? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, how are you looking at the outside, or do you have like a kind of raised
well,
up
like
and an
the-
eye peeking out?
No, it's not up. It's kind of like kind of slid back, and my forehead's out just enough that I can see with like my head. You know what I mean?
Okay. Inside of Sarprocubus, light doesn't reach exactly directly in the very deep, so you'd be able to see it, and yeah, that sounds reasonable. From that point of view, you see a few of the clerics and some actually different clothes person. The other two, the very front one, the acolyte, they usually wear some gray robes, very dusted and doesn't have much of a decorations. Other than the... Other than the upside down triangle in their robes in black, and that's mostly acolytes, and for the clerics, they seem to be wearing a little bit more black compared to the one, and then the symbols are engraved in white. And you see few people seems to be commending those clerics, and in those people, they seem to be wearing one that has like pretty fancy on each of the sides on the shoulders too, and much more of the. You know that they are probably at the higher level, and they would command like, "Find them, bring them to me," and commanding other clerics and sending out. Although there was no success in doing so, and so far no clerics even think about you hiding in there or trying to search for you. And
How many of them are in the room?
you see a lot of counts, although you wouldn't exactly know. I mean, they pretty much look similar to each other as they all wear the similar type of clothing. However, from their numbers, even in the previous session that was described, there are numbers of them. in terms of the quantity of the followers and the forces, these guys got it, and you can clearly tell from the numbers that are surely going in and out as well.
Okay, but how many of them are actually in the room?
Usually there are 3 to 4 people moving constantly, but it will die out at some point.
So yeah, I'm just gonna have to wait.
Yeah.
I'm gonna wait until there's the least amount of people in there. I do want to come out while there's people there, but I want to come out there with more than 3.
If the day would go a little bit later, on the I'll probably process the other groups as well at the beginning of the next session. Elliot, roll 1d4 to see when you wake up.
Okay. 3 hours.
Ella will wake up in 3 hours, meaning I say that because you guys did some shopping earlier, I'll say that you'll be around like 5 to 6 where the sundown, although it'll be raining as hell, so it will be hard to tell. And for Electria's, things will be getting quieter around like 9 in the night.
During this time, I actually meditated. We got my rest.
You still need 8 hours. No, you still need 8 hours. You just transfer 4. You still need to rest for 8.
No, there is one more rule that you need to know about the long rest. Effect of the long rest can take only every 24 hour. It is written in the thing. So you already taken a long rest at the beginning of the day, I believe. So you need to wait until the next day if you actually want to take a long rest.
Well, no, I hadn't expended anything that I actually need a rest for. I was just saying that.
Yeah, but if you want to have the multiple effect of the short rest, then you can do that. So regaining health and whatnot.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's essentially what.
For that, probably at the later time, you'd only see the 2 acolytes guarding the gates again. As that's what the state that you guys are left in. They seem to be on the extra alert, however. They haven't noticed you though.
Alright, so there's just 2 of them in there now then.
2 acolytes in the room. That's later in the night, so that's probably, I think next session probably will handle the morning part. Probably we'll do your. How about this? What are you planning to do?
Oh well, if there's only 2 of them in there, I'm sneak attacking one of them and jumping out.
No, I know, but let's say your general purpose. Let's say you take them down, and then what's your goal here? You like to map
at that
out,
point, I would.
sneak out.
I mean, if I killed.
Louder.
But I doubt it. I said if I was able to kill them both, which I don't think I would be able to anyway.
I don't know if your mic is broadcasting or if you have another mic on like your computer, because your headset doesn't seem like it's what's recording you.
Well, it's probably because my dog. Can you hear me now?
It's the same. Like, cause am I the only one? It sounds like his mic on.
Yeah, I do have
better?
the 200% volume on your mic, so but it's fine. We can hear you anyway.
Well, it's probably my dog pulled out the thing.
Hey, let's say you whether you take it or not. If you do succeed, what's your purpose that you would like to do in the 2? Maybe you can sneak around and do some investigation.
Well, that was kind of the thing. If I was gonna, I had 1 of 2 ideas, and I'm still not quite positive. So if wait till next week, that's okay. I'm either gonna jump out and play stupid, like the group knocked me out, and stuffed me in there on their way out, on their way in, type of thing.
Now the thing is,
or I was gonna get out and attack.
It'll be a solo mission for a very long time, and I think it will spend quite a bit of campaign time to process it. And it is actually best to summarize. No, but if you do want to do some simple activities, something like you would like to map out the place without any engagement, something like that I would allow you to do with just a simple check instead of doing all the tiny details and whatnot.
Yeah, because I wouldn't be trying to, because I know that it's obvious I'm outnumbered, so I'm not going to overcome with 24 hit points.
Okay, then give me one thing that you'd like to do. It's just a simple thing that you want to do, and we will roll and then see how well you do at that job in specific. So you want to find like a hidden place, you want to find like people, ranks, case, or you like to steal some stuff.
I just want to come out and still play the beggar that's trying to see what's going on, so that I can get to walk around the place and see what see what the full scope of the
Okay, gathering information as a bagger is what you would like
Yes.
to do.
fucking dagger.
Roll persuasion.
No, that's even. Let's see how that goes.
Ooh.
No, I say I won't do
Okay,
that.
I disengage and haul ass.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. If you were trying to approach them as a bagger, they would say that we're not at the moment to accept the new followers at the moment. And they would actively try to push you out and everything, but they don't attack you on sight or anything. And yeah, you are out of the map. Woo! And hopefully next morning you guys will reconvene and come back. And if you still want to do that, the extra job thingy that I posted, we agreed on, you can do that at the part of the night as well. Although
the whole time we're at the inn waiting for Elrit to wake up, I have him propped up in like a baby chair or whatever he has to sit in, and I'm like weekend at Bernie's just sitting there waiting for Elrit to wake up, and like have booze in front of him.
I'm tenderly the opposite. I'm tenderly nursing Elrit and shushing Valen for making fun of him and making Weekend at Bernie references.
And then you said I get 1 hit dice back.
No, it's gonna be horrible when he wakes up. Like, he just decided to stand there and get nailed by all of the magic.
long rest is full health, and half of your hit dice you gain it back. Yeah, because
You said it was a short rest.
no, but if you were to wait in the how do you say, coffin, that you cannot really take a long rest because you already took it that day. But you guys, you exited already, and you're going back to the Raven's Nest, right?
All right. Yep.
Yeah. All right. Well, I think that's probably about it for the sessions, as we would have Elliot wake up. So I say that you would have some downtime activities that you'd like to do for like half of the day for shopping, so like that. This is probably a great place to do those activities for 3 of you who
What
didn't.
we need to do is hire some freaking mercenaries.
There are. You have heard of the other one of the Shakila, the guys you were actually having a bad thing about. Shakila is the one known for the mercenaries, and you can probably locate Stubbs. And if you want to gather some information about him, you would definitely be able to find the place that he has a base of operations and whatnot. Is that the place? Is that how you spend your downtime?
Since I have ties with the underworld and all that, I'm gonna go try to find terrifying Shakila and talk to these mercenaries. And
Also, do remind me that you guys have our little bunny Ovilla, because she could have been in the combat. If anyone reminded me, I forgot again. Just realized I'm so dumb. Oh my god.
Ovilla is about as useful as a familiar, honestly. She's just something we keep alive for no reason.
She does decent in combat. But yeah.
She's got that bow though.
Yeah. But yes, that is it for today's sessions, and before you go, just quickly type out what you want to do in the time of that dinner time while Electrias was in the tomb for that duration. Other than Ellen, of course. Actually, including Ellen. But yeah. So 3 of you, just if you want to have any activities, we'll resolve them at the beginning of next sessions and whatnot. Just like the tomb activities that he have done in the place. And thank you guys for playing, and woo! Probably your session is over for those of you.
Are we able to shop while
Yes,
in this meantime? Okay.
In the meantime, if you want to shop anything, do so. But shopping is included. You can do shopping as long as you're in town and not in combat.
Okay.
So
We need health potions. Boy, how have we not bought health potions?
yes.
Yeah, I was just gonna say I want to find a shop that's not affiliated with Cody and steal health potions from it.
And for group loot, let's try it now. So right now, that's an accurate amount of things in the group loot.
I haven't been here for 2 weeks, so I don't know if anybody else has kept up with it.
That is the exact reason why group loot failed on the other one, because no player was taking responsibilities, and not all players makes it to every session. That's why there was incorrect information accumulating in the group loot, and it got really out of hand. They had like 10 times more gold than they actually had. And after I
I've been
calculated,
pretty
I was
accurate
like,
about the group. beyond that, though.
No, but we don't have accurate
There's
records of who
250
taking.
yeah, there's
how much.
250 gold in there in addition to whatever we found on the acolytes. Because I fenced the artwork.
Yeah, let's say there is a total 300 gold in there. It's more than what is in there, right? So let's say 300, and it's split among. Some people are not here. I'll say 6 people, reasonably, and I'll say that everyone gains 50 golds in their inventory instead of having the group loot in there. Is that fair?
Sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sounds good to me.
All right. 50 gold to the group, and I will remove the edit right from the players, and it will still be in your journal if you and. Hearse Amulet and Enchanted Bracelet. Does anyone in specific have them?
Vandar had the whichever one of those is the periaptive wound closing.
Who is wearing it
Vandar
right now?
had that. Nobody's
Nobody.
had it since Vandar had it. Yeah.
Exact conversation we had before this.
I'll say that the Hearse Amulet, the periaptive wound closing, will be a shared one. And Enchanted Bracelet. Does anyone have that?
We gave that to one of the NPCs, I think Jessica.
No, actually, that's a bow +1 archery bracelet.
Oh,
right?
Valen has those.
Yeah, Balin has it, so I'm gonna cross it out from the moment. Alright. So I'm just gonna check on each player's inventory to make sure that we guys don't have a Hearse Amulet somewhere randomly lying around, and then we should be good. Bandar doesn't have Hearse Amulet in the inventory, so that's interesting. And so Miruk has a gemstone in the inventory, and there's also a gemstone in the group loot, which makes me suspicious of some stuffs. Right, but whatever. But yeah, problem with the group loot. Stuff like this happens. So only the magic items will do for now. Common clothes, whatever.
So are there like magic shops in town, like places you can buy magic items?
In all of my current campaigns, if you go to the Noni D&D channel, there is a magic item purchase document that is open to all of you. Do read that. It is a little bit complicated. I'll help you with any questions you have, but that is the current way that we're doing with the spell.
Well, because the things that I really want, I want a cloak and boots of Elvenkind. And I know I don't have enough gold yet, but I've been hoarding gold like crazy, and I want those.
I don't think anyone has the Hearse Amulet in the inventory, so I'll just tap that in the inventory. Although, I don't think anyone actually identified it, if it is just written as a Hearse Amulet. Have you guys had a chance to cast Identify on it, or identify the Hearse Amulet?
Yeah, we
I'm not
cast
sure.
Identify on as soon as we got it.
Who did?
I did,
Okay.
because I had Identify.
Okay, then instead of Hearse Amulet, I'll write down the period of wound closing.
Okay.
Should put that on Carrick since he spends so much time unconscious.
Okay, so these are the shared treasury, pair of the wound closing, and by default, for all of you who are here, let's put on the default players who would have it. If it will fall down to default player, we'll say that player wears it. If that player is not present, we'll go to next player and that player has it and whatnot. So, who do you guys, among all of you, 4 of you here, should have a pair of the wound closing first?
Probably Elred, so that our medic stays alive.
Yeah, healer
Yeah.
healer should keep it because we don't have a stable cleric or anything like that.
Okay, and we'll say
That's
that by
fine with me.
default, it is assigned to Ellet. And if Ellet is not present, then it will fall onto the whoever is likely or necessary or good to have. And we are fine with that? Yeah?
Yep.
Alright. Woo! Alright, if there is any suggestions that I should do in the sessions to improve the sessions better, let me know. If you find any sessions that you don't like, I was like, oh!
I want to talk to you about the strip club. No, I'm good.
Yeah, I missed that whole conversation. I had to leave right when that started.
Yep. Although you want to visit, then woo!
It was, you know, I got his point. It was just aggressively sexual.
It was sincerely aggressive. Like, I understood his complaint, but it was like, wow, calm down, homie.
Yeah, that was my only issue with it. It was just the way that came across versus what he was saying.
Yeah.
Wait, what happened?
Tall guy when he has some criticisms to make when we were talking about strip clubs because I wasn't being clear about the descriptions of the strip clubs, and he suggested that if I don't want to use it, I shouldn't be doing it. And I said that it's meant to be bag. I mean, yeah. But yeah, because I said at the beginning, I said that we will be recording it and it's a kid friendly whatnot. So
right, and all I said, the only thing I said was Valen walks through there disapprovingly at all, like the elvish people, like you're disappointing everyone.
But they're just showing off their t-shirts. But yeah, no worries, and it's fine. It's just a person. I'm sure he means well. Yeah. But yeah,
I'm sure he did too. I'm sure he did too. It was just super aggressive, and I was like, "Wow."
Yeah, at least he doesn't shout anymore, so that's an improvement. Think of it that way. Ooh. So yeah, but if you do feel uncomfortable repeatedly because of other players' behavior, do let me know so that at least that is in my radar. So let's say that, hey, this person is blocking me whenever I'm speaking, and I'm looking at someone here, repeatedly blocking from someone speaking. But
I think he's only yelled at me, so it's okay.
Yeah, but yeah, like if there is any problems, we can talk about it openly and discuss it, try to improve it in any ways that I can. At least I have power, and I want every one of you to be happy in my campaign at least. So talk to me, and I'll see what I can do about it. But thank you guys for playing. I think I'm holding you guys all. But yes, thank you. See you guys all next Monday.
Alright, sounds good.
Alright. I shall be waving my hands until everyone gets off.